to come off in that game. Now he has a point to prove. And at the back, they've got Benjamin White. Surprise, surprise. William Saliba, Gabriel Megales, and Hinkapie. Zubimendi and Rice, who anchor the midfield. Bukayo Saka, Kai Havertz, Leandro Trossard will be in support of Victor Gyökeres. For Manchester City, they make a change in post where James Trafford starts. Nico O'Reilly returns to his left-back position. Nathan Ake, Kusanov, and Nunes complete the back four. Rodri in the middle. Jeremy Doku, Silva, and Cherki will be in support of Erling Haaland and Antoine Selom Semenyo. Calvin, the Man City defense looks like a makeshift one. Will Saka and Havertz and Trossard be licking their lips?
Well, it may look like a makeshift, but that is their defense. It's not a makeshift. Matthias Nunes has been playing as a right back for most parts. Kushanov and all these players. Nathan Ake is an adapt centre back. He plays alternatively on the left-hand side of defense. So I don't think it's a makeshift. That is a defense Pep Guardiola has decided to put up. So it's not about Saka. It's not about Saka taking advantage of a makeshift. I think that is Pep and his setup. We know what Saka is capable of doing. He hasn't really had one of his best seasons, but these are the times, these are the moments you expect these players to live up to the occasion. And I have no doubt that, yes, he's going to live up together with Declan Rice. And if anyone is supposed to have a field day, I trust him to live up, and his ingenuity counts in this game whenever he steps up on the right-hand side of attack for the Gunners. I don't think he should have a problem dealing with, this kind of defense.
I mean, Kelvin believes Declan and Co will rise to the occasion at Wembley. We are still here at Starbites right here. The Arsenal fans have taken over the venue. I don't know where the City fans are. Right here. Okay, there are 6 City fans in Ghana. 2 of them are here. The rest of the 4 are at home. They will come later. So we are still live right here. The match is about to kick off. In 6 minutes, it will be Man City versus Arsenal. But Raymond, yeah. I mean, Pep Guardiola has had a bit of an off-color season. Pair his standards. A pretty decent season, but pair his standards an off-color season. Would this be where he shows that, listen, I am the manager who won't settle. I am the manager with metal.
For Pep Guardiola, what he's able to do very well is to respond. Especially after 2 disappointing games against Real Madrid. Playing almost a similar team. I think that what you can expect from him is that he would have learned his lessons and gotten this team in a better state and in a better shape to face Arsenal and win a trophy. I think that you cannot doubt Pep Guardiola when it comes to cup matches. You cannot doubt Pep Guardiola when it comes to playing in cup finals. And he's a manager who has nothing to prove at this stage. He's done it on countless occasions. He knows how to do it. He knows how to do the business. And so it will be suicidal. It will be criminal to write him off in cup finals like this. Of course, Arsenal are the team in form, but you can always expect Pep Guardiola with the usual suspects, with some of the quality players he has in his team, to head this Arsenal team. Of course, we've seen teams take the game to Arsenal and gotten Arsenal to panic a bit. We've seen teams take the game to Arsenal and gotten Arsenal in a position where they do not like to see themselves. Can Pep Guardiola do that? Yes, of course. Does he have players who can trouble Arsenal? Yes, of course. And so, cup finals are one-off games. The coach who gets his tactics right, the coach who gets his team in the best of shapes, the coach who picks his chances, obviously will win this one. And I'm not putting anything past Pep Guardiola and his charges. I think that this City team has enough quality to undo this Arsenal team. But, again, it's a cup final. It could go either way. But I fancy Pep Guardiola and his charges getting the job done simply because of their final temperament. I think that this Arsenal team hasn't played in too many finals. The last time we saw Arsenal play in a final was in 2020. And so, again, you look at the team and say, do they have the temperament when it comes to playing in final games? Do they have what it takes to deliver in a final match? That's where the problem comes in. And I think that looking at Man City with that experience, with Rodri and the likes in the team, they should be able to get one over this Arsenal team.
Absolutely. Raymond believes Man City have what it takes to get one over Arsenal. Cole and Cole would be keeping a keen eye on this statement. But then again, you look at the Arsenal lineup. Eze has been in blistering form, but he steps out and Havertz steps into a number 10 role when he doesn't usually play. How do you think this will affect the dynamics of Arsenal's build-up play and etc. against a Man City in this one?
Well, it robs Arsenal of the creativity and the form that Eze would have brought into this game. That is a loss. There wouldn't be as much creativity, especially early on in the game. But it means that Arteta will now have to tweak his game and look for an alternative. And I am thinking that alternative is going to come from creativity from the flanks, from Trossard, and maybe some explosiveness from Saka, also from the right side of play. Remember, there is a certain Noni Madueke who I believe is even more explosive, and therefore there are options on the bench. Therefore, directness from Arsenal is what I expect. I don't expect Pep to sit back like he did when they met at the Emirates in the first round, in the Premier League. This time, Arsenal's directness is what is going to help us.
Amazing. Today, the Arsenal fans who are Ghanaians will be hoping a Ghanaian doesn't have a good day. Semenyo has hit the ground running for Man City. And it will take games like these for him to cement his reputation as a true big game player. Do you see him having a good game? Don't tell me what you wish for.
Well, I think he's been tops, and he gives lots of problem to any defender. If he's going to operate from the left-hand side of Manchester City's attack, that is where I would have an issue. But if he's playing central, I don't think he would have that liberty, because I trust Arsenal's central defense to be able to deal with him and Haaland, together. If he's playing on the right-hand side, that is where there's going to be, an issue for me with that is Ben White. But on the left-hand side, I don't see him getting the better of Nkapie. I don't really have a problem with Semenyo. He only thrives with space. And this is an Arsenal team that barely gives you an opportunity to have enough space, in attack to get what you want. And I'm sure Arteta and the rest of the team know what he carries, especially this season with his confidence. So they might have worked against, what he offers. But that will also be dependent on how Arsenal sets up the midfield to allow balls to get to the end of, the final third for Manchester City.
Amazing stuff. The die is cast. Wembley Stadium is up with a lot of the euphoria. Mikel Arteta sitting in pensive mood. Pep Guardiola expectant. The citizens will look to cement their place in history. Arsenal will look to kick off what will be history. We'll be right here to bring you every kick, every flick, every tackle from Starbites at East Legon. The Arsenal fans have taken over. The Man City fans are hiding. There's two of them here. Kickoff is upon us. Quick predictions, Cole, for the first half.
It will be a narrow 2-1 win for Arsenal. Very narrow. Well fought out 2-1 win for Arsenal.
But the guys at the back think it will be a wider margin. 3-0.
Very comfortable win for Arsenal.
Have you looked in the crystal ball and what did you see?
Oh, no. It's a very comfortable win for Arsenal. No stress.
Very comfortable.
Very comfortable win for Arsenal.
And I'll draw two sets.
Come on, Arsenal!
So Rodrigo in the shot. The game has kicked off. Man City with the ball at the back. Abdul Kader Kusanov finds Nathan Ake, who goes all the way back. Nico Riley with the ball. Man City are feeling out the leather, and Arsenal in very good shape. I mean, tactically, Raymond, Mikel Arteta has been really good. He's been pragmatic when he's had to be. He's not played swashbuckling football, but he's got the job done. A lot of that resilience will matter in this game, won't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that for us now, they would want to, as much as possible, keep Man City quiet in the game. They would soak a lot of pressure from Man City, and we all know how to beat Man City. Soak a lot of pressure, hit them on the break. That's
exactly on the ball now. Yeah, finds Rodri. Rodri back into the middle. Ryan Cherky checks it. Goes all the way back to Kusanov. Kusanov will look for an outlet. He can't find one because Arsenal have built a cage, Raymond.
Yeah, absolutely. And if Arsenal want to get something from this game, they would have to, as much as possible, soak a lot of pressure from Man City. Soak a lot of pressure and hit them on the break. Arsenal have very quick players to actually react when it comes to counter-attacking situations. Man City will have a lot of the ball. Arsenal would, as much as possible, try to play the weight game. And then when they get their chances, they would want to pick their moments. That's how the game is going to pan out. And so you would expect Man City to have all of the ball, try to put a lot of pressure on Man City, Arsenal. If they don't get a goal or two within the next 20 minutes and Arsenal settle in this game, I think that is when Arsenal can hurt them.
Absolutely. Throwing to Manchester City. They look to control it. Arsenal are putting in a grit at the very, very beginning. Very cagey game so far. Abachi. But then again, these guys are fighting like their lives depend on it. Arsenal on the attack. Ball goes forward. Victor Gyökeres on the charge, but the referee raises his hand and he is offside. But you can see from the very early exchanges that both teams are willing to drop blood, sweat, and tears for this one.
Exactly. It's not time for respect, all right, where you size up your opponent. There is something big at stake, and not only a trophy, but something with a psychological edge, right? And that's the man that Arsenal might be missing and would have to find a way around him. But psychologically, both teams are up for it and therefore are looking to get the first break. He who gets the first break in this game has the higher chance of winning this trophy.
I'll see. Arsenal will be looking to get the first break. And Eberechi Oluchi Eze. He says he's English. You can't tell me he's not from Bayelsa State in Nigeria. It's like Jeremy Doku, straight from Somania. You can't tell me otherwise. Arsenal with the ball. Kepa Arrizabalaga, long one forward. He finds nobody but Rodri, who wins in the middle of the park. But Arsenal. But I mean, the game has started in a very, very tense manner. Both teams seem overly cautious. Are we looking to see a game that will be won on a tactical chessboard other than on the adrenaline of the players on the pitch?
I love coaches who are pragmatic. I love coaches who are meticulous. On any day, Pep Guardiola in previous years would have come all guns blazing, open up. But he's realized the modern game takes more than that for you to win. And I love what I'm saying. It is going to be like this, a cautious, pragmatic approach, and that is what works. If you get your goal, you just relax and then you allow your opponents to come up for you. So that is what will happen.
I'll say Kepa Arrizabalaga had the Arsenal fans hands in their mouths, and Man City are pressing like they were irons right on the top, and Arsenal will beat that press beautifully. Arsenal on the strike, beautiful ball forward, but Man City will clear. And Jeremy Doku in a tussle with Saliba. And then what a defender Saliba has been for Arsenal. Arguably one of the best in the world now.
Humongous, and the role he plays, at least there is
Victor Gyökeres on the ball. He beats and he gets the ball into the box. Arsenal with a chance, and that surely is a foul to Man City. Yeah, but carry on.
You know, Saliba has been immense for Arsenal. No wonder now he's, in the starting slot for the Le Bleu in France. But in Arsenal, he's been a pillar. Consistently, especially when he's not injured, you know that Saliba is the go-to man. He plays the Ferdinand role, and we have Gabriel playing kind of like the Vidic role, and they complement each other very well for the benefit of the back line of Arsenal.
As he's like Gyökeres was looking to get an incursion, but Kai Havertz got an infringement in for Manchester City. Ball goes forward, and the players are Arsenal with an opportunity. Man City tagged in. Great ball, Victor Gyökeres seeing a lot of the ball, but O'Reilly gives him company. But Bernardo Silva comes from Winter. Man City will play the rondos. Ball will launch forward. Erling Haaland can he use his physicality? No, he can't. Because Saliba once again, Rolls Royce of a defender, isn't he?
He's brilliant. He's brilliant, and I love what he offers the Arsenal team. Very intelligent, and the basics from Clairefontaine always come into play. But that is Zubimendi once again. Typical of him this season. He must behave, please. He must behave.
He's been pretty decent, Zubimendi. I mean, I like him as a player because he's technical. He's elaborate. Sometimes a bit too elaborate.
Well, I think you are talking about one of the best phase one players in the game. He's part of them, and he gives Arsenal that sort of calm, that relaxed mode, switches play when it matters most. A few patches of misplaced passes has cost the team a couple of points, but I still love him. You cannot have as many as perfect as him in the modern game, and he's perfect for Arsenal with his combination with Declan Rice.
Amazing. Declan Rice as well has been phenomenal for Arsenal. A big steal from West Ham. Arsenal with a throw forward. Finds Kai Havertz. Can he get the ball across? And he would dilly-dally on it. Passes on to Saka. Kai Havertz once again swivels to the middle of the park, and Arsenal will look to hold possession. Ball to the back once again. It comes to Declan Rice in the middle. Really looks to pick up a pinhole pass. He does. Fantastic one to the right. Bukayo Saka. Can he take on his man? Nico O'Reilly for company. Doubles up on him. Bukayo Saka to the edge of the box. And Arsenal with a great ball into the box. Kai Havertz and great save. And James Trafford. Arsenal again. And the warning signs are there. And ball is not lost yet. Man City waking up to smell the coffee. And James Trafford has kept Man City in the game.
The possession might flatter you, all right? That Man City has had some early possession, and they are not the most dangerous team. Arsenal have proven that there are going to be few chances for Arsenal, but they must take them.
But great chance But I mean, perhaps Calvin, Caravan should have done better.
And you see, the most painful part is the ball fell onto his favorite foot. That is the left foot. On any day, he should be smashing that home to the last post instead of trying to go near post. But I can't take anything away from Trafford too. He opened up his body so well and closed the angle to prevent Havertz from having that. But you need to be smart in such situations. You go with a bang and then you would have scored. I'm quite disappointed with that. But early signs yet, and you know, this is the reason why I start to question Pep Guardiola at times. He has an adapt left back in Ed Nuri on the bench, but he's playing Nico O'Reilly for God knows what reason. And, you know, he'll come back to complain. He's having decisions against him and all that. But I think Havertz has let, you know, go that glorious opportunity. But more will come.
So Pep Guardiola shouldn't come and sing decisions I made in my pajamas as he goes along. And we are still live right here at Starbites, where Arsenal are taking on Manchester City. Absolutely electric game on our hands. Rodri on the base of that midfield. He goes to the right where he finds Matheus Nunes. Great ball forward. And Antoine Semenyo can't get to it. And Arsenal won't mop it up like it was water on the floor. And it is tossed out. And Arsenal with Gyökeres. What's Kusanov doing? He definitely had a handful of Gyökeres' shirts. But Raymond,
Yeah.
I mean, Man City have looked a bit jittery in the opening 8 minutes of this game.
Well, it's to be expected. You look at that Man City defense, and that defense has been all over the place in the last few games we've seen them play. Against Real
And
Madrid.
Arsenal with a chance. Kai Havertz. Man City through Bernardo Silva will break that up.
Yes,
Raymond.
and like I was saying, against Real Madrid, we saw Real Madrid cut open that defense so many times. And Arsenal have just seen that, yes, if they put a lot of men up front, they will definitely find spaces in behind that makeshift Man City defense. And I'm not surprised Arsenal are doing the business right from the start. That was a certain goal-bound opportunity that they missed. But Arsenal, of course, will get lots of chances because of this very weak Manchester City defense. For Man City, we've not seen them do anything. We've not seen them really impose. We've not seen Man City impose themselves on the game yet, and it's still early. They have some very good players in there who, on their day, could pose an offensive threat to Arsenal. But defensively, I think that you look at this Man City team. You even look at the cover in the middle of the park. It's just Rodri, and so there's still a lot of work for this Man City team to do defensively. If they're able to take their chances up front, good. But defensively, I think that they'll struggle against this Arsenal team.
Semenyo on the ball now. Looks to take on Nkapie. Antoine Semenyo goes back and finds Ryan Cherky, who's striding to the box. Arsenal, very defensively resolute. Tactically amazing. Bernardo Silva on the ball now. Looks to take on the man. Goes back to the side. Cross goes in. Erling Haaland. And great defending from Saliba once again. Absolutely terrific defending from Saliba.
Fantastic over there. Even while he was being held, his shirt was being held, he was able to, outwit Haaland, and that's quite good.
But Arsenal with a chance once again. Bukayo Saka. And that's blocked from Nathan Ake. But yeah, let's get back to Saliba. I mean, what a defender he is.
Fantastic. It looks like he is primed for this game. And I remember Saliba telling himself that he's tired coming in, season out, taking the second position and going home with empty pockets, even though sometimes he pockets strikers.
Absolutely. He's pocketed Haaland in this game. I mean, everybody has pocketed Haaland this season for the last few games. Anyway, Arsenal with the ball now. Declan Rice goes back to William Saliba all the way to the right. And Bukayo Saka, ball is won. Referee says it's unfair by Nico O'Reilly. But let's talk about Saka. I mean, he's not been your most refined this season. He signed a new contract, bagging the cash. But are you expecting to see a lot more of the Bukayo Saka we used to know?
Definitely, such occasions present the opportunity for the marquee player or the franchise player, as we call him, to, shine forth. He's not had the best of forms, but remember, form is temporary in such a game. He's got the class, and I'm sure his leadership will show.
So set piece, FC have a set piece. And Declan Rice stands behind it. They've probably gone through a lot of motions on the training ground for this. What's the name of the set piece coach again at Arsenal?
Nicolas Jover.
Nicolas Jover has taken his charges through this. And Arsenal have their men running across. Looks well rehearsed, choreographed. And that's a header out. But comes to the edge of the box. A shot and it's blocked. And that will go out. And Man City are doing everything to prevent a corner. But they can't. I mean, this is funny. They are doing everything to prevent Arsenal from getting a corner.
And that happened. That was great from Leandro Trossard, picking up the scrap and hitting it there. Good opportunity for us now to break their big men on and, get to do what they do best. Hopefully, this one turns up into a goal.
So the Arsenal fans are screaming penalty. So corners have become like penalties for them, Raymond.
Because Man City will comfortably deal with this corner. It's going to be a very good save from Trafford. Just see how Trafford takes this out.
But then ball comes out, and Raymond predicted that Man City will take care of it.
You see, Arsenal corners are not scary. When they are not scary when they meet teams like Man City. They can bury corners when they meet the likes of Brentford and the likes. Against City, they'll struggle against Man City. They'll struggle to score against Man City with corners.
Declan Rice will channel his inner Rory Delap. He will channel his inner Brentford in this particular one. As he looks to launch a long one forward. The man in the box, there's a million goes in, and that's headed out. Man City, I think, have not slept. They had a full lesson on how to defend Arsenal set pieces. And Raymond said, this is not Fulham. This is not Aston Villa. This is Man City. But that is the worst pass in football history from White. A dark pass from White.
Well, you can't blame him too much. He's not had a consistent string of games. But, there's a reason why everyone is afraid of Arsenal's corners. The corner puts some fear in you. Even Bayern Munich have conceded. So if you say it's not Fulham, I don't know what you mean. But Manchester City did not go to sleep, defending the corners for Arsenal.
Absolutely. We are still live right here at Starbites. The Arsenal fans have taken over the place. Long ball forward. Arsenal winning once again. And Man City in their own half. They don't win it. And there's Erling Haaland, who's dropped very deep. Bernardo Silva goes all the way back. Finds Nico Riley. Back to Nathan Ake. Nathan Ake back to Bernardo Silva in the pockets. Rodrigo goes all the way to Matheus Nunes. Matheus Nunes to the right. Selom Semenyo back to Nunes. Man City feeling the leather. Ball goes forward. Arsenal would win it easily. And the tactical discipline of Arsenal is tremendously impressive, Kelvin.
I think it's a well-oiled machine. They know what they're supposed to do. Pick themselves up in the right positions. They keep the shape so well, whether in defense or in attack. And I think that has greatly contributed to how difficult it is to beat Arsenal this season. And I love what I'm seeing. It will take, one moment of brilliance, or one moment of absurdity for opponents to get at Arsenal. And that is the strength Mikel Arteta has given this team.
Absolutely. Mikel Arteta, 7 years of very good job at Arsenal. But Jeremy Doku on the ball now. He looks to get one. And what was that? What was that?
You see, I always say the only difference between Jeremy Doku and Kotoko's former player, Emmanuel Jemfu, is because Jeremy Doku came from Belgium. That is the only difference. The end product is 0. Jeremy Doku. And I said Jeremy Doku should also be in was saying. Let's be sincere.
I'm saying Jeremy Doku is just a Belgian Kamaldin.
Yes. And that, you see, Peter Banks has started messing up the game. But I think that was silly from Hinkapie. It was very silly from him. It was very quite silly from Hinkapie. You don't expect him to get into some of these tussles. He was always going to be late.
Yes.
But then again, Matheus Nunes made the most of it. And Ellie has joined us. Ellie is one of my mainstays on Monday Night Sporty. Arsenal fan, blood Arsenal fan. Ellie, and what have you made of the game so far?
So far, so good for Arsenal. I think the first 15 minutes has been good for Arsenal. They started it well. They are controlling the bigger shares of the possession, and I think that Harvest chance has been the highlight of the game so far. And he should have buried it. There was a chance he should have buried. To have 3 shots at goal in that space and not bury it is a big disgrace. But I think Arsenal should just keep on the way they are going. They are limiting City's dangerous players into areas where they cannot help them, and they should just keep on with that. And with time, there will be some openings for Arsenal.
Absolutely, with time there will be some openings. Arsenal hope so. Rodri with a long one forward, but Arsenal will repel it, and it will back up to Rodri, who launches his foot into it purposelessly. Arsenal with a long ball forward. Victor Gyökeres, can he get on it? No, he can't. But he'll go all the way back to Trafford, who will look to get a long one forward. but he will play from the back, and he launches one in, finds Jeremy Doku once again, who does nothing with the ball as usual. And Kelvin said it, Onyade.
And you see, that's a very silly tackle. Peter Banks should start exercising control over the game before it gets worse, because Arsenal cannot have players being bundled down from behind. You don't show a yellow card and someone dives and then a yellow card is actually given. It's not right. But for Jeremy Doku, I have told you, Jeremy Doku is not a player I would even love to play for Arsenal. I don't like him. His end product is zero.
I think Tofik Jibrin is better than Jeremy Doku.
I think so. His end product is better than Jeremy Doku.
So Kevin also answered 2026. Tofik Jibrin is better than Jeremy Doku. Make a note of it. Arsenal with a set piece once again. The Man City are looking to defend this. Arsenal have their men in position. They've practiced this. Declan, can he rise to the occasion? A lot of the men in the box. Saliba, Gabriel, Kai Havertz, everybody in there. Ball launched in, and it is headed out by Erling Haaland. Back to the edge of the box once again. And Arsenal with a great ball. Bukayo Saka, can he take on this man? He does. Strikes in, and he looks to do too much. But ball comes to the edge once again. Man City are on the coach. Arsenal, ball goes into the box, and I mean, he did a bit too much there, didn't he, Calvin?
Well, he did too much there. I think that Saka delayed. It's high time he starts, hitting the balls. It was quite unfortunate. He spent too much time staying on that ball. You'd expect him to work the goalkeeper. Once he delays, there's no way he's going to have anything on the back. It's just too much on the ball. Too much on the ball. Rancheki seems to have had a very bad one there on his ankle, but he's up.
Amazing. Saka is playing like he was playing at Saka Park. He needs to wake up and remember that he's at Wembley. I mean, characteristic of him over the last few games, having the fact that he has not been a swashbuckling self.
Exactly, and there is that inherent quality in him. That's why Mikel Arteta continuously brings him in, so that at least, hopefully, he will rediscover his form. But he's some way away from the old Saka we know. Hopefully, it should come back sooner than later.
Man City on the attack. Matheus Nunes on the right channel. Can he find Semenyo? He does. Semenyo looks to take on Nkapie. Goes past Nkapie. Can he get across? And he does. And just past Haaland. Back to Doku. Doku once again on the edge of the box. Can he get one in? And Man City win a corner. But brilliant play from Semenyo.
Fantastic. Whenever there is even so little some space, he's going to exploit it. And you saw what he did over there. Whipped it across, and all that it needed was a touch. Even if it was an opponent's head, it could have been dangerous.
Absolutely. Salam with a great play. But Haaland, I mean, let's talk about Haaland. He's been a shadow of himself lately. He has 22 goals this season, but this is not the Haaland we know.
Well, I think it's the total collapse of the team. You cannot really blame him, but it's quite understandable. Even in his worst season, he still has 22 goals in the league.
Amazing ball straight into the hands of Kepa, who looked to launch a counter-attack. Kai Havertz, can he get the ball? But brilliant midfield play from Kusanov. But Arsenal still on the attack. Ball goes in, and that is the worst pass since 1957. Well, absolutely horrible pass.
It looked like he sought the run of Trossard, right? But Trossard is not that explosive Martinelli kind of player, and therefore he should have built it up with the players that were following, so that they would have many more players for a better chance at goal. But I think that's what escaped Declan Rice.
Absolutely. The Arsenal fans are screaming for a yellow card. But he won the ball. Brilliant from Kusanov.
I am talking about the Bukayo Saka incident. Why is he allowing that up? It should be a yellow card. Look at that. That's a yellow card. That's a yellow card. How do you allow this to go? How do you allow this to go? But you saw him Nkapie. Peter Banks is the worst referee I've seen this weekend. It's terrible. How do you allow this to go? And you tell me it's a fair challenge.
Just to be fair, I wasn't talking about that challenge. I was talking about the Kusanov challenge. And perhaps this deserved a yellow card. Kawawa is up in arms because he said it's not a fair challenge. But Kawawa, I was talking about the Kusanov challenge, not that one. The Kusanov challenge is a yellow card. Arsenal affiliate today. But then again, the referee should be fair, shouldn't he?
Well, he should be fair. I think that the inconsistencies is what, causes the arms, up and complaints. I think that they should just be able to make the right decisions at every moment.
So currently, Erling Haaland is struggling because Saliba is having a great game.
Well, it looks like he doesn't want to pocket only the winners medal, but Haaland as well in his pocket. But it's been a KG encounter, what we expected, between those two top class players. And so far, Saliba has come up top. Consistency is needed because once you take your eye off the ball, Haaland can hit you.
Absolutely, ball on the back for Man City. Who've done absolutely nothing of note in this game, Ellie. Man City have been as docile as you'd see them. No attacks, nothing incisive. What will it take for them to get into this game?
I don't know. What it would take is for their wingers to get more in the game. They should play their wingers more in the final third. But the Arsenal defensive shape is making it very difficult for them. Yeah, the Arsenal defensive shape is making it very difficult for them to find any joy in the Arsenal final third. So you have to give credit to Arsenal for being very, very resolute in defense. But so far the way the game is planned out, you could see both coaches are very, very cagey with that. They are very, very reserved. They both aren't going for it yet. And I think for the first 22 minutes, both coaches will be happy from where they are. Arteta may be slightly disappointed his team didn't take that chance. But so far, so good for both coaches.
Amazing. And Arsenal, like I said, their tactical setup is commendable. Absolutely commendable. There are no spaces for Man City. Absolutely none. And Mikel Arteta should be credited for that. Ball to Semenyo on the right. Goes back once again. Finds Matheus Nunes. He finds Abdul Kader Kusanov. He looking for a pass. But Arsenal are all over them like fleas. A long ball for looking for Semenyo. But Saliba is there as usual. He's covering the entire pitch. 3-in-1. What a player. Ball goes forward. And Gyökeres won't get there. And we'll go all the way back to Trafford. And we'll find a pass on the left side. But then again, it will be O'Reilly who can't get it. He goes there. And he wins. Throwing. But the tension is brewing.
Definitely, and it's good. Zubimendi, as the more experienced player, asked O'Reilly, the youngster, to calm down. But definitely, this is a game of high stakes, and the inexperience of O'Reilly definitely is getting into his head. But Zubimendi, I'm glad that he's showing maturity over there. Remember, yellow cards are not permitted in this game. It makes you walk on a knife edge.
It makes you walk on a knife edge, and both teams seem to be walking on a knife edge now. As we do go along, is 24 minutes on the clock. Arsenal 0, Man City 0. But Arsenal seem to have been the more organized team. Man City with no occasion to whatever. Pep Guardiola needs to get onto the drawing board. If you were him, what would you do?
Well, I think there should be a bit more courage, right? Going into the middle. Rodri and even Haaland, we've seen drop deep into the middle. If Rodri can be brave enough, all right, to move forward, find the spaces, crowd out the 4 at the back, then there is some opportunity. Because so far, no shot on target for Man City. No shot on target for Man City. So courage is what is needed from Guardiola's men.
Absolutely, courage is what is needed in finals like these. The statistics are important. But whoever gets the ball into the old onion bag first has the upper hand. Ball at the back, Kepa Arrizabalaga. And it's a game of chess right now. Everybody is sitting and standing. And the Arsenal fans are up in arms. Ball at the back right now. Arsenal look to beat the Man City press. Semenyo relentless. Ball back once again. And it will be Gabriel Megalesh. Can he get a ball for it? He goes back to Kepa Arrizabalaga. And who looks for a pass in Saliba. Finds Saliba. Saliba looks for one ball for it. He doesn't find it. And Arsenal are dilly-dallying. But this is looking more like a chess game than a game of football.
Exactly. And it looks like Arsenal want to draw City in. Arsenal want to draw
and
City
Haaland
in.
on the ball now. Finds Semenyo on the edge of the box. And Arsenal defend beautifully. Yes, carry on.
As expected from Gabriel. But this is what City have been looking for. Pep has tweaked his tactics. Let's go high into the area of the Arsenal and then try and unsettle the defense. And it looks like it is seeming to work.
Because these are the moments you expect your phase 1 build-up players to be Mendy to get closer and pick the ball and start playing. But, he's hiding behind, the City's first block. And that does not happen. You get it. So it's quite surprising when you leave Gabriel and Saliba to do so much. It doesn't work like that. But let's see how things will pan out.
Brilliant from Semenyo. Finds Ryan Cherky. What a player Semenyo has turned out to be. Fantastic one. On the left one, right once again. Antoine, back to Ryan Cherky, who looks for a ball into the box. He doesn't find one. Bernardo Silva on the ball. Dilly-dally. City, very patient builder. Back to Rodri. Rodri looks to have given it away. But then again, the ball is still with Man City. Nathan Ake He goes in. He finds Nico O'Reilly. Back to Jeremy Doku. Can he take on somebody? He hasn't done that all game. He looks to do that, but he tries and he does. Looks to go past Benjamin White. He's doubled up by Zubi Mendy. Ball back once again to Nathan Ake. Man City on the offensive. Rodri, can he get a ball into the box? Man City patient in possession. Rodri back to Ake. Ake back to Rodri in the middle once again. Rodri, can he find a crossfield ball? He goes and finds Ryan Cherky, who looks to go past Nkapie. Ryan Cherky crossing to the box. Doesn't go past the first man. Man City feeling a lot of the ball now. Back to Matthias Nunes. Nunes, Dilly Dallies, goes back. Abdul Kader Kusanov finds Nathan Ake. Nathan Ake is looking for a very pinhole space. Doesn't find one. Man City are enjoying a bit of possession. But it's not productive possession.
That is the question. Is the possession productive enough? We've seen the threats come from Antoine. Only Antoine Semenyo.
Antoine once again on the right. Goes past this man. Semenyo. Ball goes in. And it's a corner for Man City. Yeah, carry on.
Beautiful block there by Big Gabby. And once you go past the defensive shield of the Arsenal team, you meet Big Gabby and you meet Saliba as well. And that is what makes Arsenal so difficult to break down.
Absolutely. Today I was listening to you earlier and you spoke about the chance that would how the Black Stars will fare with Semenyo and Hudson Odoi. I mean, evidence of the fact that we need to have Hudson Odoi into the team.
Well, I think Raymond explained everything, but I think if you have quality, you don't allow the quality to sit out when you are having a team that is struggling to give you enough quality. Look at the threadbare squad Ghana has. Even look at the core. How many of our core players are playing actively? Look at Thomas Partey. Look at Jordan Ayew. Look at Mohamed Kudus. He's injured. He's yet to regain his fitness. Look at Kwesi Sebo. Is he playing actively? Look at Jonas Ajete. Look at the other players. They are not performing.
So Arsenal have conceded a free kick. And the Arsenal fans are asking for a yellow card. But that looked more like a body check than anything, didn't it?
Well, the experience of Bernardo Silva, you watch it. You see, he knew he won't get the ball.
Yeah.
But he wanted a bruise.
But it wasn't,
and he achieved it.
But was that cynical enough for a yellow card?
It was intentional, you know, and the intent sometimes is faulted. And when the intent is faulted, you can be booked for that.
Raymond, was that cynical enough for a yellow card? Was that cynical enough to draw a yellow card?
Oh no, not at all. That was a coming together. You know, the ball was there for the taking. Both players just came together. It was a collision. It was
a body check.
Someone badges into someone from behind and you are saying it's a coming together.
Are you a referee?
You two are you a referee?
It was a body check. Arsenal fans want more than that. But Arsenal have a yellow card. Man City don't. They're wondering why. Ball goes forward. Arsenal on the attack. Can they get a ball forward? And it is Man City would look to come all the way back. Great ball that comes in there. And Matthias Nunes has something to defend. And Kusanov will clear it in. And Raymond,
yeah.
I mean, you expect the final to be a lot more explosive than this. But both teams are playing way too cautiously.
No, you see, this is a game both teams don't want to lose. You can see clearly Man City don't want to give things away. Man City, per their standards, would have opened this game a bit more and tried to be a bit more adventurous. But they are showing Arsenal a lot of respect. Arsenal also
Man City win the ball fairly. And they give it away once again. But it is won once again by Declan Rice. Ball to the left. It is Nico O'Reilly takes on this man. He is looking for a pass forward. He finds one in Ryan Cherky. Back to Erling Haaland on the edge of the box. Can he strike through? Erling Haaland once again on the edge. And he doesn't know how to do this, does he?
Well, Haaland hasn't had, the best of season by his own standards. It took him. Well, that was a fair challenge. It was a fair challenge. He went for the ball. It was a fair challenge. He went for the ball.
Finally.
You could see clearly he went for the ball. No, look. He got the ball. Look at it. He went for the ball.
Do you go through a man?
He went for the ball.
You go through a man to get the ball.
He went for the ball.
Finally, a yellow card is shown.
He went for the ball.
The tensions are heightening here. Right here,
Arsenal
Starbites.
fans, you see, Arsenal fans have been too emotional. He went for the ball.
Football is a game of emotions. Football is a game of emotions.
He went for the ball.
Tell us what to do. Football is a game of emotions. That's a foul. That's a yellow card.
This
fans are in arms.
This is not
Right here.
This is not volleyball. This is
The
not
Arsenal
volleyball.
fans are in arms.
This is football.
The tensions are heightening right here. Can Arsenal get a goal? Ball goes in. Can they get a header? No, they can't. And ball back once again. But Raymond, you are making a point.
Yes, I'm saying that. You see, in games like this, it would start as a very cagey affair.
A chance in the box. Can Arsenal get a goal? Brilliant defending. But your career should have done a lot better.
Yeah, so both teams don't want to give anything away. Man City haven't defended like this in a long time. Against Real Madrid, if they are defended like this, I'm sure they won't have been beaten the way they got beat. But you look at the game we are watching, and both teams are doing everything possible to get the first goal. I think that Arsenal look most likely the team to get the first goal, but City are doing almost the very simple things in the game. And if they get an opportunity with Haaland, with Semenyo up front, they could get a goal and punish Arsenal if Arsenal are not careful. But so far, Arsenal have defended well, and Man City themselves have defended well as well.
Actually, Arsenal with a throw-in. And Man City with it once again. Semenyo heads out and the ball is cleared. Jeremy Doku, who's been very productive for nothing in this game.
I have said it. Jeremy Doku will never be productive.
Hey, Arsenal fans, are you here?
Jeremy.
Arsenal will say yeah.
And the Arsenal fans are chanting right now.
Arsenal, oh, yeah. Arsenal, oh, yeah.
And the Arsenal fans are chanting. But City fans, who do you do one for them? City fans. City, oh, say yeah. We're still live from Starbites. If you're not here, you are missing out on an epic day of football. But Man City on the attack once again, balling at the Man City half. And yes, Man City will look to field the letter once again. And Arsenal are pressing very high. Matheus Nunes is brought down, but Arsenal win it. Ball in the middle. Ryan Cherki. Can Arsenal, Man City get a stride forward? Nico O'Reilly up against Zubi Mendy. But Raymond, Man City surprisingly have been very docile in attack.
Well, I think that Man City know their weaknesses, okay?
A ball on the edge. Bernardo Silva running to the box, and it is cleared by Gabriel. Yes, Raymond.
Man City know they are lightweight when it comes to the midfield, and defensively they don't have a very solid defense, and so they have to be very, very cautious. You see that they are not throwing too many men forward. They've left the likes of Semenyo and Haaland to hunt for the balls up front, and so as much as possible, it's an all hands to the pump approach for Man City, and so they are not pushing, they are not taking too many risks. Okay, if Man City takes so many risks and open up, Arsenal would easily find spaces to punish them. And that's why they are being very cautious in this game. And I'm not surprised Pep Guardiola is playing like this. You can clearly tell that he's learned a lot of lessons from that Real Madrid game. That's how he lost the Real Madrid game, taking so many risks. He's not doing that against Man City. And he's against Arsenal. He's trying so much to see how best the team can take advantage of the opportunities they create. So far, it's not happened for them. But you'd give them credit for being very, very cautious in this game and giving Arsenal so much respect. Absolutely.
Too much respect given to Arsenal. Ball to Semenyo, who's been amazing on the right. This time around, he gives the ball away. Arsenal will strike for a Gyökeres. Can he get his body in the way? That's brilliantly. But then again, it is won by Man City. Ryan Cherki strikes into the midfield. Can he get a ball to a Man City player? He swivels in the middle, and he finds Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva on the ball now. And Arsenal win the ball beautifully. And it is a great turnover. Kai Havertz, great ball to the right. Bukayo Saka up against Nico O'Reilly. Bukayo Saka, can he get past O'Reilly? Foot over, and O'Reilly concedes a corner, and Arsenal will be excited.
That loss of possession by Bernardo Silva tells you why Pep Guardiola has now been, asking his players to play around the D and not going inside. Because immediately the ball gets into the vital areas, they are crowded out. And then Arsenal has the opportunity to switch, where we know in the second half Martinelli will be deployed on the flanks. And so there's danger for City.
Absolutely. Arsenal are counting their chickens before they hatch.
I told you, Arsenal, there's no way Arsenal are going to score from a set piece here. This corner, they won't score. This set piece, they won't score. We go bet. Arsenal can't score from this set piece. Arsenal can't score from this set piece. They can't score from this set piece.
Raymond said Arsenal can't score from this set piece. Let's see if they can or not. There's a corner to Arsenal.
Put your camera
They
down.
look to
Put your
attack
camera
the
down.
team.
You won't score.
Ball goes in, and it's a header, and they don't
You
score.
see? You see? You see? You see? You can score from set pieces against City. When you get the likes of Fulham and Brentford and Wolves, Bayern Munich and Co. Oh no, not Bayern. You can score. Yeah? City is not Bayern Munich.
Arsenal fans are emotional here.
That
No, it's not a bad thing to be
every
emotional.
day.
But Mark
every day.
he's watching
Every day
from the
past
stands
tense.
as well. He would have loved to
We
be
are
a part
talking
of
about
this.
today.
Unfortunately, he can't.
Today. Score make we see. Score make we see.
No, see, on the point of being emotional, what is being a fan without emotions?
Absolutely.
You know, else we wouldn't even come here, all right? But it's good the emotions are high, but the objectivity is also there. And the stats show that City have not had a shot on target. Arsenal have even spent 3 chances.
Ball at the back once again. 37 minutes played. Raymond.
City's first shot on target will be a goal. So Arsenal fans should be ready.
Raymond says City's first chance will be a goal. Ball to the right. Semenyo on the ball now. Can he get one in? He dribbles past his player. Back to Rodrigo. Great crossfield ball to Nico O'Reilly, who doesn't get to it. And it will be a throw into Man City. And it looks like O'Reilly is going a lot wider than Jeremy Doku now. Is that because Jeremy Doku has been largely unproductive, Kelvin?
Well, it looks like Pep has decided to just open up and be much more expansive because they're having little creativity. So he just needs to double up. And O'Reilly is coming into midfield. He plays as a makeshift.
Absolutely. Ball to the right once again. Ryan Cherky has drifted. It's looking more like a 4-4-2 now. Ball with Man City. Finds Rodri. Rodri on the edge of the box. He finds Semenyo. Semenyo looks to take on this man. He shoots. And it is very well blocked by the Arsenal defense. Gyökeres goes back to defend. And Arsenal will look to keep it going. But Man City will mop it up. 39 minutes on the clock. Arsenal nil, Man City nil. Have you been impressed so far?
Well, you know, it is cagey. We expected it. They have been opportunities. We expected it. But what we did not expect, that at this point in time, Manchester City would not have been clinical. They don't have a shot on target. All right? But what Arsenal is doing right is keeping that shape, which we know them to have, and ensuring that whatever goes through the middle is blocked. If not by the defensive shield, then by Gabi or Saliba.
So ball forward right now. Back to Semenyo. Semenyo finds Ryan Cherky, who would walk through, look for a pass. He doesn't find one. Arsenal resolute. Shape very concrete. And he has to go all the way back once again. We are still live right here from Starbites, where we are bringing you the game. Semenyo on the ball once again. And crosses in. Can he find Haaland? But that's a very, very, very terrible cross. A very, very bad cross from Semenyo. He should have done a lot better. 40 minutes on the clock. I mean, we are seeing a very cagey game. Is that what you expected from the beginning?
Exactly, you know, because people have said that the person to win this trophy would have a psychological boost, even in the Premier League, right? And so nobody wanted to be derailed psychologically. And that's why it's been cagey so far. But I believe strongly that once the deadlock is broken, we'll see an expansive, open game with a lot more goals.
Absolutely. We are looking for that deadlock to be broken sooner than later. But I mean, great play. But Matheus Nunes, Raymond, has been fantastic at right back.
Yeah, he's been solid. I think that he's been able to do the simple things. He's not allowed this man to get close to him. He's not allowed this man a lot of space to run in behind him. And I think that for defenders like this, the moment you get the beating of your attack, you'd be in for a good game. And I'm not surprised. He's shown a lot of brilliance anytime he's been put in. I'm not surprised he's not the business one.
4 minutes to half time. Not too much between the two teams. Arsenal with the ball at the back once again. And they are looking to build up. But I mean, I think Haaland is shooting him. And the Arsenal fans are complaining about Zubimendi. Why?
It's quite a surprise. Declan Rice is moving so that he creates space. Just drop in and pick up the pass. And you are still hiding behind the City players. It's quite surprising. And you see, how does a referee look at that, an assistant referee, and allows the ball to go? The decisions are just terrible.
So why? The referee must whistle for everything. The referee must whistle for everything.
But chance for Arsenal. Ball goes into the box. Nathan Ake heads it in. And that will be cleared. Back into the middle of the park. Ryan Cherky Can he find a pass? He's very slow on the ball. Finds Erling Haaland, who's very deep. Can he find Doku? He finds Doku. Semenyo finds himself in the box. Doku, can he weave some magic? No, he doesn't. And it will be a corner. But I mean, Doku has been horrible.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that his struggle to go past Ben White, and again, Doku has always been that player. Doku has been that player who has a lot of promise. He shows a lot of promise, but the finishing product is always suspect. And so I'm not surprised he's playing the way he's playing. But he's forced a corner for his team. Let's see what Manchester City are able to do with a corner with just 3 minutes to the break.
3 minutes to the break. Man City with a corner. Can they sting Arsenal with what Arsenal sting with the best? Ball comes back once again. Cherky checks it onto his foot. Cross goes in. And Haaland doesn't even get a sniff. And it's Bernardo Silva who would mop that up. Bernardo Silva takes on Trossard. Comes back to Matheus Nunes. Another cross goes in. Can the header go in? No, it can't. Back to Doku. Man City with a flurry of attacks till the end of the half. And here's Jeremy Doku once again. Can he take on this man? He shoots. And he does that, but very ineffective. Back once again with Man City. Bernardo Silva on the edge. Another ball goes in. Can they get a header? Ball goes out. And Arsenal resolute. And Man City once again have it all to do. Ryan Cherky looks to go into the box. Ryan Cherky strikes in. But Arsenal resolute once again. And it is Man City who win the ball. But Man City looks to be finishing the half very strong. Ball on the edge once again. Ryan Cherky. Is he going to find Semenyo? He looks to go into the box. There's nobody to give the ball to. And it comes back to Rodri. And Arsenal have been very disciplined defensively. Impressive.
The padlock Arteta has used, I do not know where he got it from, but it's so tight at the back. Even when they get close to the vital areas, they are unable to break through.
So Bernardo Silva with the ball. He swivels and he meets the Arsenal blockade. He goes back to Ryan Cherky. He goes into the box. Semenyo. Dilly Dally's on the box. Can he get one in? Semenyo strikes into the box. Cross goes in. And a header. Great play from Semenyo. And Haaland should have done a lot better.
Yeah, Haaland should have put that at the back of the net. But you see, again, there were a lot of Arsenal defenders in front of him. The Arsenal players did not give him the chance to be clear on goal, and that's why he missed that. Once he couldn't get the balance with the presence of the two Arsenal players, he wasn't going to get that on target. And I'm not surprised that he's not been able to convert his chance. Arsenal are defending very well. Arsenal have defended very well, and it will take something very special for Man City to get a goal in this one.
Absolutely, it will take something very special. I mean, but Semenyo has been arguably the best player for Man City. I mean, apart from Matheus Nunes.
The most dangerous outlet for Manchester City, and it is good that he's on the flanks. I'm trying to find out how effective he will be, especially in the middle. I think the courage that Guardiola should have is to put an effective player in the middle, replace Haaland with Semenyo in the middle, and I'm sure they can spark some fireworks.
Absolutely. 45 minutes on the clock. 1 minute of time added on. This looks like we're going to have time at a stalemate. Pep Guardiola, he is walking up and down, pacing, instructing his players. And Mikel Arteta as well is not letting this go. Man City with the ball. Ball goes back once again. And is the goalkeeper, James Trafford, who's kept Man City in this game, who deletes on it. Goes back once again, finds Abdul Kader Kusanov. Kai Havertz has been very anonymous. Aside that chance he's missed, we haven't seen much of him. He seems to be playing a very unfamiliar role.
And it's quite surprising that within that space, there have been lots of, areas to exploit, but he's not taking advantage of that. And that raises lots of questions. It makes us now miss Odegaard and then Eze. Hopefully, Arteta will see this, bring Max Doman on very early.
Absolutely. And that will be a free kick to Man City. What was he looking for? He wouldn't find. So it's halftime at Wembley Stadium. Arsenal 0, Man City 0. Kobe Perry, we'll have a conversation with the fans. We return at halftime.
All right. I'd like to take some reactions from the fans. Sir, you first, because you've been very, very quiet. You've been very, very solemn, monitoring the game. You're not that ecstatic like your other colleagues or your other fans. Why so? What is making you so solemn in such an cagey encounter?
You rightly said it. The game is very cagey, and City can hurt you when you least expect it. So I'm managing my emotions, but I'm very expectant because Arsenal are creating a lot of chances, and I'm expecting them to be able to take the lead and also looking forward to the second half for them to come out very, very strongly so that we can win this tournament.
Is there any tactical decision that was made in the first half or the setup in the first half that you had a problem with or you were impressed with?
No, I just felt that the players were rushing their balls a bit. In terms of receiving the ball, handling the ball, distributing the balls, you could see that there was a bit of panic and tension in their play. But I think that the tactics is great. I think that Arteta is opening up the defense of Man City, and I'm expecting that second half the players will be more relaxed and calm to be able to convert the chances they are creating.
All right, you are expecting that second half Arsenal will be more calm on the ball so that they can convert their chances. Ajua, you have been in high spirits, extremely high spirits. How do you see the first half?
I was expecting like 2 goals, but it's not easy. It's still Pep. Pep is still solid. But we are winning this game. We are winning this game. I don't know what's happening. I miss Eze so much in this game because you will see City as Spurs. We believe in that. We don't know what happened. All the best, Eze. We miss you.
All the best, Eze. We miss you. And to the kickoff, he got injured and he sat out of this one. I need to do a quick announcement. Kelvin Owusu is here.
Hey, so we are live. We are still live on Sporty FM. But at this moment, we would like to make a presentation to one of our loyal fans. And so I'll call on our event coordinator, Miss Gloria. Aku, please come forward and do the presentation. Miss Gloria, please join us.
So yes, the Arsenal supporters Ghana, we are doing this live viewing with them here at Starbites East Legon. So it's time to reward the loyal fans. You know, you can't support Arsenal and then not enjoy goodies. It's the reason why they're having a good time. So yes, let's see. Yes, Gloria, it's been fun with Arsenal, but which person are you people, you know, awarding today? Who is that person?
He's Mohammed Abu.
Abu Mohammed. Where is Abu Mohammed? Oh, wonderful. Abu Mohammed. So Abu, yes, come. Let's have the presentation here. Yes, Arsenal Supporters Club Ghana rewarded Mohammed Abu for his wonderful, his wonderful way. So yes, what does Abu do for the team?
So what he does is that on every occasion that we have events, he shows up. He never misses any of our events. So that is why the events coordinator is here with the team to award him for his immense contribution and participation on all our programs. Yes.
Thank you so much, Abu. Yes, continue your good works. Don't take this and go and sleep at home. Yes, keep working. So yes, Any more? All right. So yes, we're going to have another presentation.
So this is to inform all members gathered here that our General Secretary's mom, her 1 week celebration will be on the 29th of this month. So she invites all of us. She has been working tremendously to put this supporting club in a very good shape. So she's inviting all of us to come and then support her as she mourns her mom. So we are inviting all of you on the 29th. Let's come and support our sister, Nana.
All right, thank you so much. So that is Arsenal Supporters Club Ghana. Kobe Perry will quickly take over, but let's pick some more reactions from the Arsenal fans. Good first half. What do you make of it? Where did Arsenal fall short not to get a goal?
It's actually an overly tactical game. It's actually been a very tactical game. If Havertz had scored his first goal, the chance Havertz got, if he scored it, the game would have changed. But at this point, we miss Eze so much. Havertz is not your typical number 10 who can run such a game. And we need someone to be able to rush at the defense of City. But it's been a good game so far, tactically.
Do you think that there should be any tactical tweaks in, especially your lineup or your squad in the second half, that will bring more agency or more clinicality when you go forward?
Well, I think we should just continue doing what we are doing. The only problem is that Havertz should be able to, if it's not able to supply to Gyökeres, he should be able to deliver very well. Just all. That's the only thing we should do. Because we are doing quite well. It's just that we are not delivering when we hit the final third. That's all.
Sure. So you can hear the Jama in the background. MC360 is leading the Jama session. The Arsenal fans are in high spirits.
Arsenal never know. They say I'm halfway. Arsenal never know. Arsenal never know. Aye le le oh. Aye le oh. Aye le oh. Aye le oh. Say da da. Arsenal never say aye le oh. Say da da. Asana ebeche ailele me say keke imani soldier keke imani soldier get mommy get papa imani gannes imani winning imani bobo
So that was MC 360 right there, leading the drama session. It's halftime. Man City take on Arsenal at the Carabao Cup final. It's a KG first half, goalless still, and I still want to take some thoughts. I still want to take some thoughts from the Arsenal fans. Sir, good evening. Wonderful first half. How did you see the game?
Oh, it was very good. It was very good. I think Arsenal missed a few chances, you know, and getting to the latter end, you could see Man City stabilizing themselves. But I think we're going to take it home.
You're definitely going to take it home. It looks like it's coming home. That's what the Arsenal fans are saying. Can you give me a scoreline prediction?
I think it'll be either 1 or 2-0.
1 or 2-0 for Arsenal. You are winning this one.
Absolutely.
It's been a long wait, huh?
Yes, it's been a long wait.
Sure, we hope so. We hope that you're able to take it home. Sir, I'd like to catch your thoughts. I'm speaking to those people, the people who I saw were very, very solemn, very reading the game, not a lot of emotions there. They are being realistic to themselves. I like realistic fans, no a lot of emotional fans. And I could see, especially when the fouls were coming in, you had a bit of complaints about the refereeing. How do you see the referee in the first half?
Okay, so actually, be a football fan. You know, football, it's not more like child's play. There's some contact, yeah. So I think there was a foul on
Saka,
and also the foul that gave Hinkapie
the yellow card. That was Hinkapie on Kusanov.
Yes. Well, the tackle was too harsh, so maybe that's why the yellow card came in here. So, but in all, the referee is not really giving us some of the calls, to the extent that the captain of Man City,
that's Bernardo Silva, his foul.
He's had about 3 consecutive fouls, which at least we should have gotten a yellow card out of it. But all the same, generally, City are not playing their game. We know how City plays. They have been a bit defensive, yeah. So I'm looking forward that Arsenal should play our game, right? We should play our game, try to push, and let's get the first goal, and I think we'll carry the day.
Sure, Arsenal should stick to the game plan, and they will eventually get their first goal, and then they can go ahead. Hello. I would like to get a word from you. You've been quiet the whole time. Are you enjoying the game?
Yes.
Are you an Arsenal fan?
No.
You know, you're a City fan. Yeah, I like the energy. Me, I like that too. When everybody's going right and you go left, I'll follow you. Yes. I still want to get some reaction from the fans here. It's been a wonderful first half. The Carabao Cup final between Manchester City and Arsenal. It's been goalless. Still your voice of sports, Sporty FM 106.1. We're at Starbite, East Legon, Jungle Avenue Road. That's the location. Pull up in your numbers. The official Arsenal's club is here. Official Arsenal fans, they are here at the Starbites, Jungle Avenue Road. Outside on the streets, the whole street is literally cleared in red. Arsenal fans in their jerseys. Sir, you were very, very... Come closer to me, sir. You were very, very aesthetic, especially when it came to the fouls, the bookings and the decisions by the referee. What was the case?
Well, you know, this is a Manchester City team we are playing, a team that has been able to buy their way out in trophies.
They have bought their way out in trophies. Hey, Charlie, subliminals and attacks.
And I don't think that's going to happen today. You look at their, even looking at their play, they look so scared.
They look scared of Arsenal. Really?
Very, very, very. They are so scared. And then I just want to tell Pep, I know this will get to him. He should come all out and play.
But is he not playing?
He's trying to, be cautious in attack.
Well, it's a master against a student, and they are both cautious when it's necessary. The onslaught of attack, I think based on the technical decision, he has every right to defend, or
he has every right to defend, but not against Arteta's team that has been set up to beat him.
So you definitely beat him.
Pep, Arteta is a student, he is indirectly a student of Arteta as well.
Okay.
After being whipped by 5 goals, I think last season, he's been able to learn something from Arteta.
That's why he's defending.
But that won't save him.
Okay, so whether he defends or not, he will not be saved tonight.
He can defend as much as he wants, but then he's going to score an own goal.
He will score an own goal. Then I think you mentioning an own goal takes me back to the Sporting Stock Exchange, because if you can predict an own goal, I'm sure you'll probably be 6 point something odds. That's huge money. You'll be smelling at the end of the game, even if you don't win the cup.
That is likely to happen. Okay, because it's football.
Sure.
Exactly. So looking at the set pieces and
are you impressed genuinely with your team setup, the tactics, and how they executed it in the first half?
I'm okay.
You are okay. Yeah. Do you think there's anything they should improve on going into the second half?
I think we need more legs in midfield.
More legs
in midfield?
Wow, I think you have already packed your midfield. You have Rice, you have Trossard, you have Zubimendi, and then you have 2 10s playing ahead of them. What other thing do you need to be added to it again?
We need someone who can help us dictate play.
Any player in mind?
Calafiori.
You need Calafiori on the left side to dictate play, inverted or what?
When you have a Calafiori in a game, the burden on Zubimendi and Rice to dictate play
it's lessened,
and it's a shared responsibility.
Okay.
You having bringing the creativity from the left side and sometimes drifting into the midfield.
Sure.
To also create more chances for our forwards.
Your forwards.
Exactly. So I think maybe Arteta will try and then make some tweaks coming from the bench as well. But then I'm so hopeful that we're going to win this game.
In all, how do you see Arsenal winning this particular? Give me a prediction for the second half.
We are definitely going to beat them by 2-1.
2-1 in the second half.
Sure.
2-0. Say, come through. He says 2-1. You are saying you will not concede in this particular one.
We are not conceding.
You're not conceding.
Yes.
Sure. So, Arsenal has been on onslaught when it comes to set pieces, especially corners. Literally, when Arsenal gets a corner, everybody screams penalty. But unfortunately, in this particular first half, the deliveries in the box have not been that good. Even the ones that have come through, Hinkapie got a free header. Was not going on well. What do you think Arsenal should do in the second half when it comes to set pieces? Something that you have studied or you have seen that you feel like they should advance or improve on?
Well, I think Declan Rice deliveries is much better than Saka's.
Okay, so they should be taking the ball to Declan Rice, or Declan Rice should be going for the set pieces instead of Saka?
No, they should play their normal game. If he goes to the Declan Rice side, his delivery will get, and tell that Man City guy who said Arsenal won't score a corner in this game. Arsenal will score a corner in this game.
Arsenal will score a corner in this game.
I'm telling him.
Yes. Okay, so that one goes to Raymond Yamado. He said Arsenal is not going to score from a corner in this particular game. Another Arsenal fan is saying otherwise, saying Arsenal is definitely scoring a corner in this particular game. It's been a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful game. I've seen old schoolmates, Vandals, Commonwealth boys here. Yes. I'm impressed. Seeing some old faces, seeing some new faces as well. I want to talk to this young lad. Hello, what's your name?
Jessica.
Oh, speak boldly, Jessica. Speak boldly.
Jessica.
You're an Arsenal fan, obviously. How did you start supporting Arsenal? No, not when. No, I'm saying how. Is it your father, your mother? How do you love Arsenal?
Because I just like.
You just like Arsenal. Is it a jersey? Not a jersey. Is it a players?
No, from the.
Who's your favorite Arsenal player?
Bukayo Saka.
Bukayo Saka. The way she said Bukayo Saka. Lovely, lovely. That's a young lady. Chalet, my production manager is on my neck tonight. Sergio Manucho Concalves on production. Extraordinaire. Always. We are back on the field. The second half action. Kosifiaka, the general. Over to you.
We are still live right here at Starbites. Raymond, second half upon us.
Well, second half is upon us. Arsenal fans are doing serve yourself. Do you know what serve yourself means?
Buffet.
Yeah,
Buffet.
They've realized that the magnitude of the job is big.
If they don't eat.
So if they don't eat now, they can't eat again. So they want to finish the food they brought. So Arsenal fans, eat all you want to eat. Drink all you want to drink, because the after party will be in City's home.
The after party will be in City's own. Second half about to start. No changes whatsoever. Cole, first half was a bit cagey. Are you expecting similar in the second half?
Well, based on what we've seen in the season, especially when Guardiola faces Arteta, I expect that careful approach, continuous careful approach from Manchester City, because Arsenal have proven that when the opportunity comes, a goal can get into the back of the net. So City will continue to be cautious, and Arsenal would probably same and be a bit clinical. Havertz should, quicken himself a bit. He's got the more glaring chances, and he's not been able to convert them. But I'm sure the respect will still be there until one of the nets bulges.
Absolutely, the respect will still be there. Raymond, what kind of second half are you looking at?
Well, I'm expecting more of the same. Man City to try to find spaces. Man City to play very cautiously. Man City trying not to take so many risks. And of course, Arsenal trying to soak up pressure and trying to react. Arsenal will try to play on the counter-attack. And they've been very good at it. They've been very good at trying to put a lot of pressure on Manchester City. They've done that very well in the game. And it's not surprising that in terms of teams that have gotten shots on target, it's been Arsenal. Arsenal have been the most threatening in the game. But you can always expect City to be as much as cautious as possible and try to pick their moments in the game. Arsenal, for me, they'll create all the chances. And if they don't score, Man City could just punish them with one of their chances.
Absolutely, Man City could punish them one of the chances. Man City starting off the second half on the front foot, enjoying a chunk of the possession. And a lot of the fans are still yet to get back into their seats. They are probably gulping a few pints of beer, irrespective. Carabao, official sponsors of the Carabao Cup, manufacturers of Carabao energy drink and Carabao beer. They're doing a great job. Ball forward. But as we've seen in the first half, Man City are unable to make incursions.
All the avenues in the middle have been blocked. Arsenal has shut up shop. Zubimendi and Rice would be there. If the ball goes past them, you meet Saliba and Gabriel. And that has been the story. Arsenal, on the other hand, has not been able to have enough possession to, be perilous against Manchester City. But the respect is continuing. And this scenario happened in the first half where Kepa had the ball, had no options. Manchester City were also staring him in the face. He kept rolling the ball on his foot and looking for the long pass. But City is going to be cautious. He tries to throw it up and it's not going to work.
Absolutely, City have to be cautious. Arsenal on the ball now. Saliba back to Kepa, who's had nothing to do in the first half. No saves whatsoever. With the kind of attack Man City have, that's an indictment on them. He's done absolutely nothing. We are still live right here inside Starbites, where we are bringing you that game between Arsenal and Man City. Arsenal with an opportunity, but Man City will win the ball once again. Ball on the right. It goes back to Jeremy Doku. He finds Antoine Semenyo. Semenyo with the ball forward. Can they get a cross in? Cross goes in. But nobody on the end of it. And it comes all the way back to find Nico O'Reilly. Man City on the ball once again. Jeremy Doku, very deep on the edge of the box. Finds Nathan Ake. Full attack. Here's Bernardo Silva. Back to Nico O'Reilly. Ryan Cherky. Looks to check his run past Benjamin White. Ryan Cherky to the edge of the box. Finds Semenyo. 1-2 with Erling Haaland. Who gets locked up in his feet. And finally, Kepa. Would have a chair. But Raymond, Man City are doing it.
Well, you see, Man City are going to keep the ball as much as they can, and they'll try to find those pockets of spaces in between that Arsenal defense. Haaland couldn't sort his feet out quickly, but that was one of the chances you wouldn't want to fall to a player like Erling Haaland. You wouldn't want him to get even a half chance in the penalty box. But you can see Manchester City are still trying to do what they know how to do, try to put pressure on Arsenal, and then we'll see
Arsenal
what
on the
happens.
attack once again. And
Offside, that was off.
can they find Kai Havertz, ball on the left, and Gyökeres looks to cross it in, and Man City would make a meal of it. Terrible defending from Man City. Raymond.
No, that was a corner out of nothing, and we've spoken about City and their defense. I mean, that wasn't intelligent defending on the part of Manchester City. That's a very bad corner to concede. And you see, in games like this, when you concede unnecessary and useless corners like this, you get punished for them. I won't be surprised if Arsenal scored the first goal from this corner.
Absolutely.
It's a very bad corner to concede.
Raymond says it's a very bad corner to concede. He retracts his words. Can they get the goal? Arsenal through Declan Rice. Cross goes in. Can they get a header in? Ball on the edge, and Man City will clear once again. And it will be a rebound. But then again, Arsenal winning on the edge. Back to Matheus Nunes. Great ball forward. Jeremy Doku. Can he get to it? Keeper comes out. Looks to get into his box. Keeper Arrizabalaga makes a meal of it. Jeremy Doku would win it. Ball on the edge once again. And what's the referee giving? Has he given a penalty? Is he a foul? A yellow card for Kepa. But let's have a look at it.
That is a foul. That is a foul. That's a clear foul. That was a foul.
Jeremy Doku got to the ball.
That was a foul. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. It's a foul. It's a foul. That is a foul. That is a foul. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this. How is this not a foul? How is this not a foul? How is this not a foul? How is this not a foul?
Let's be fair. That
How
was
is this not a foul?
No,
How is this not a foul?
How is this not a foul? You are talking about fairness being a foul.
This is a foul.
The goalkeeper came. How did Doku clutch the goalkeeper's arms? And when he released it, you expect the goalkeeper to watch him play. What is this? Where are the inconsistencies? When Bernardo Silva passed into an Arsenal player,
your goalkeeper, Kepa is lucky to be on the pitch.
Inconsistency.
Kepa is lucky to be on the pitch. Kepa should have been sent off.
He should be sent
Kepa
off.
should have been sent off.
You think it's
Should have been sent
Maguire?
off.
You think it's Maguire playing? You think this is Maguire playing?
The tempers are rising right here. And it will be a free kick to Manchester City. Kepa made a meal of that. Should he have done better, Cole?
Well, I think he should have done far better. The communication between him and Ben White was the problem over there, and there's danger for Arsenal.
Semenyo stands behind it. Is he going to go for goal, or he's going to get across? Antoine Semenyo, and he is behind it. Is he going to go direct? A shot goes in, and that's a horrible free kick. It's the worst free kick ever taken by a West African player since the French Revolution. Absolutely terrible free kick from Semenyo.
So wait, Kosi, if you go to the World Cup and we have a free kick, say no, Bebono.
So why never?
Aquasan.
Is there anybody who can do it better than him?
Jordan. Yes.
But that was terrible.
No, but you see, this is what happens when a player or a team do not get many opportunities, right? You have many opportunities, you spend some of them, and then you convert some of them. Arsenal have had that. That is why they are seen to be the more dangerous side. But you need a couple more chances, miss some of them, and then you'll be able to get a couple. And that's what happened to our man Antoine over there. He has the quality. Believe you me, he has it. He can punish Arsenal, and Arsenal must be careful.
Arsenal must be careful. Long one forward. And it is won once again by Zubimendi. Arsenal in the middle. Great tenacity from Arsenal. But is he offside? No, he's not. But then again, Nico O'Reilly will get to that. And the second half looks to be a lot more intense than the first, Raymond.
Yes,
both teams warming up into the game.
No, I mean, there's a trophy at stake, and teams cannot come into the second half and be playing, like scaredy cats. They have to go all out and try and find a win. There was an opportunity for Jeremy Doku to go past Kepa and bury that ball in the back of the net. It was one of the rare moments where Arsenal got caught up field. And one crossfield pass caught all of them out. Arsenal should be very careful once they push men forward, because if Man City get the chance to get the ball out like they did, they have very quick players who can pounce on them and punish you. So I'm expecting Arsenal to be very cautious and still watch out for the threats of some of the quality players Man City have in their fold.
Amazing game, getting very physical. Nico O'Reilly finds Jeremy Doku once again, who look to go past his man. Jeremy Doku goes past, crosses into the box to nobody in particular, and Arsenal look to launch a counter attack. Pierre Hincapie up against Semenyo. Semenyo presses hard. Ball goes back once again. Is William Salib, Gabriel Megalesh. Long ball forward to nobody in particular. And it's becoming 2 kg again.
Exactly, and it looks like Guardiola has gotten the tactic when Man City do not have the ball. When they do not have the ball, they push so high up that Arsenal do not have an iota of space to operate, and they are restricted to ballooning the balls out.
Haaland on the ball once again. Haaland is playing deeper than I've ever seen him play. But then again, there's no one up front in that regard. But Arsenal are forced on Man City to play that way. Bernardo Silva glides to the midfield, walks to the defense like they don't exist. Bernardo Silva on the edge of the box. Bernardo Silva once again. He finds Jeremy Doku. Can he be productive? Cross goes in. Helen Haaland. Fantastic defending. Back once again to Ryan Cherky. Ryan Cherky goes into the box once again. Arsenal on the push, on the ropes, on the edge. A shot and it's blocked. Brilliant defending from Arsenal. Very resolute play from Arsenal.
That is solid. And in a team where even offensive-minded players tuck in and do their defensive responsibilities, this is what you should expect. Remember, there's still no shot on target.
Absolutely. Semenyo on the left, on the right. Finds Cherky once again, who looks to go into the box. Cherky swivels around this man. Can he get a shot in? He passes. And Arsenal have 100 men in defense, Kelvin. This is very, very good rear guard action. Rear guard action.
Well, I think it's about the discipline, and they really have that discipline to make sure that they keep their shipping.
But Doku once again, but Arsenal clear. Yes.
And I think that is what has helped Arsenal. A little, they are too relaxed and they are not putting in their strength. City seems to be on the edge with regards to intensity and the edge to get onto, the 50-50 balls. Maybe Arteta should have a quick word with his team.
Arteta should have a quick word with his team. But then again, some of the attackers have been docile. Trossard, is he still playing in this game?
That's the big question, And before we went on the break, I was talking about the fact that there's the need for the threat up front when City always have the ball and have possession.
Semenyo on the edge of the box, he shoots, and that's close. Antoine Semenyo, right across the face of goal.
Well,
it wasn't close.
That was a good shot. I think it was some distance wide, but he should be credited, for the enterprising, activity he wants to, partake over there. Semenyo has been the threat for City so far. Semenyo it is.
Semenyo has been bright for City. And I remember when Semenyo was moving to City, a lot of people were skeptical about his chances. And now he's one of the first names on the team sheet.
Yes, I think that there was an opportunity for him to go into that team and nail a starting spot with the likes of Savinho, Phil Foden, Jeremy Doku, all struggling. He went into that team, looked at the opportunity, continued from where he left off at Bournemouth. And for Pep Guardiola, if you go into his team and you deliver for him, you are going to be one of his favorites. And I'm not surprised that Semenyo has nailed the starting spot in there. Look, if Semenyo doesn't play and you put Savinho in that role, Savinho doesn't deliver anything.
Man City with an opportunity.
That's expected.
Jeremy Doku on the left side goes into the box, and there's Ryan Cherky. Arsenal defend well. Once again, can they get a counter attack going? Brilliant from Matheus Nunes. And Rodri once again with the ball. But Matheus Nunes has been amazing, taking it to midfield when he's had to.
He's the unsung hero at the back of Manchester City. That sliding tackle was superb, and he averted danger that Arsenal was posing.
Ball goes once again to the right. Semenyo against Hincapie. Antoine Semenyo. Can he go past this man? And Hincapie is resolute this time around. Semenyo still has the ball at his feet. And Man City will get the ball back to Abdul Kader Kusanov. And Arsenal need to get something done. Arteta is edging his men forward. He says, listen, put pressure on this team. Keep going. And Arsenal pressing very high. Trafford will get a pass in. And Arsenal have men forward now. Can Man City beat the press? Semenyo once again. He lays it off beautifully. Ball to Erling Haaland. Can he get forward? Erling Haaland, can he take on this man? But brilliant defending again from Saliba. But Haaland has been criticized for his lack of a technical ability. Is this one of the opportunities where he had to show that he was good and he spurned?
Well, it really isn't for the want of trying, right? You saw what Saliba did over there. He looked to have lost Haaland in the first instance, but recovered quickly and didn't even balloon the ball away. It became a ball that Arsenal could possess and start something with.
Amazing stuff. Man City coming into the offensive. The Momentum is with the Citizens. It's Ryan Checky on the edge of the box. He steps on that once again, goes back and finds Matheus Nunes. Man City once again. Arsenal very congested in their box. Bernardo Silva right there. Rodri, can he get across in? Erling Haaland at the back post. Saliba once again. Nathan Ake, and he looks to get a shot in. Arsenal will clear. But Raymond, I mean, Arsenal's defending needs to be steadied.
Well, Arsenal are defending very well. Arsenal have done this all season. No wonder they've considered the least goals in the English Premier League. But Man City are beginning to knock on their doors.
Bernardo Silva once again. Can they get across in? A goalkeeper. And Man City have a goal. Nico O'Reilly has Man City into the lead. And Kepa Arrizabalaga. You wonder what went wrong. Arsenal 0. Man City 1. Did you see this coming, Cole?
You know, you mentioned something at the start of this game that it will take a moment of brilliance or a moment of absurdity, right? The latter has panned out, and that moment of absurdity is what has shown over here. Now, it will raise questions. Was Raya supposed to start this game? You are in the final, and would you use your best goalkeeper? But hey, it is part of the game, and let's see how Arsenal will respond to this.
Kobe Perry has something to say.
Okay. City, oh say, yeah. City, oh, yeah. City, oh, yeah.
But Raymond, I think can you blame Kepa too much? I think it was just a lack of height. You look at that, it was a lack of height. But should he have done better?
Well, I think that Kepa should have done better on this occasion. Kepa crossed his team at a very crucial moment. Because look, it was a harmless cross. It was a cross that was going nowhere. But for that indecision on the spot, I think he could have left it. He could have left it would have gone wide. But once he decided to touch it, and he didn't get his hand on it properly, he was going to put his team into lots of trouble. And I'm not surprised City have punished us now. Look, in the second half, City have taken a lot more risks than they took in the first half. And it kind of rattled Arsenal a bit. Prior to the goal, City were in control of the game. They were trying to knock on the door of this Arsenal defense, and they've got their goal. Now, Arsenal have to open up and play because they have to score a goal. This is why City can be very dangerous.
Amazing. Arsenal need to open up. Jeremy Doku once again on the attack. But I mean, what do you think Mikel Arteta's tactical approach should be now? Should he try and stay in the game for as long as possible, or should go gung-ho?
Well, I think the earlier he responds, the better, right? And he has the players to do that. Arsenal is the team with the most contribution from substitutes. He has Noni, Madueke, and Martinelli, who are faster on the break, and he could deploy them.
Long ball forward, and it will be Nathan Ake who would clear that. And Arsenal need to get their acts right. But what substitutions are you looking to see first, Kelvin?
Well, I think that I should expect Max Dorman to come on, Gabriel Martinelli, Noni Madueke. City cannot play with Matheus Nunes and then Nico O'Reilly, and then Arsenal is struggling to create chances from the wide areas. Bukayo Saka and Leandro Trossard are sleeping on their jobs. Kai Havertz in that central area is just messing up. And Kepa, with one of his messes, just cost the team. He's taller than David Raya, and you expect him to get onto some of these balls. But that is a failure on the part of Kepa.
Raya is wondering what hit him. But Agent Kepa is doing the job. The Arsenal fans are up in arms. They are wondering what went wrong. Raymond, did you see this coming?
Well, I told you that City's first shot on target was going to get into the back of the net. City's first shot on target was going to end up in the back of the net. Because City's first shot on target was going to be in the back of the net. And they've not proven me wrong. I think that once City found a way to play around Arsenal a bit more, once they started committing a lot more men forward, Arsenal now began to have problems. Arsenal now had to take their time to figure out how to stop them. And I'm not surprised they considered the first goal. Now it's an open game. Arsenal have to open up and chase the game. And this is where City can be very dangerous.
I mean, the City has a chance once again. Jeremy Doku on the edge of the box. Can he get one in? Jeremy Doku once again. He swivels in. Finds Matheus Nunes, who's been a hero. Rodri, can he get across into the box? Rodri, back to Matheus Nunes, crosses it in, and it's a header in. And Man City have a second. Nico O'Reilly once again. And it's Man City 2, Arsenal 0. Oh my God, Raymond, what a night we are experiencing here. The Arsenal fans are dead quiet. City, oh say yeah, yeah, yeah. City, oh yeah, City, oh yeah. City, oh say yeah, yeah, yeah. City, oh yeah, City, oh yeah. I'm drinking. But Raymond, I mean, the goals were similar. Same side. I mean, same type of goals. Ball came in, and the defenders in the center fell asleep.
Absolutely, and I think that we didn't see City do this in the first half because it was almost like they were scared to attack Arsenal. But once they got the first goal, their confidence is back. And I think that Hincapié on that side of the pitch was tested a couple of times by Semenyo. This time around, you have a more effective winger attacking him and getting the crosses in. That seems to be the problem. When I saw the team sheet, I told Cole they were going to have problems with both sides of defense. Now, I think White has been able to do his job well. Hincapié has struggled, and that's the difference.
Absolutely, and Mikel Arteta about to make two changes. Calafiori and Madueke coming on. Surely Arsenal shouldn't give up on this, should they?
Well, I think is on the back foot now. It will become quite difficult for him to get into the game. And at this point, City will be comfortable. You'll be chasing the game and will have an opportunity. And he's now realized he has to change Kai Havertz. It took so long. And, that's it. In a game of football, you profligate, your opponent gets the opportunity, and they punish you. That is what City have done. Hincapié took too long on the field, and Havertz took too long. I don't know what he's trying to do. And it's quite surprising he's bringing Kai Havertz. Bukayo Saka central. It won't work. Why is Trossard still on the pitch? Why? Yes.
He has had like half a touch of the ball.
Exactly. And why is Gabriel Martinelli still on the bench? Why do you have Max Doman still on the bench? Arteta is just giving this game away too easily.
So the Arsenal fans feel Arteta is giving it away. They are looking for more Chibako. I mean, surely 66 minutes on the clock. Another 24 minutes to play. Can Arsenal master the powers of recovery?
Well, Arsenal has been tested severally this season. Whenever Arsenal loses a game, they come back a number of games. Now, this is an in-game test, right? 24 minutes is good time for something to happen. Remember, in the last encounter between these two sides, it was 1-0. The game almost done and dusted. The Carabao Cup, the Community Shield. The game was almost done and dusted, but Arsenal was able to find a way through Leandro Trossard. And I believe that 20 minutes is enough time for something to happen.
20 minutes is enough time for something to happen. Raymond, do you think so too?
The game is over. There's no way Arsenal are getting back into this game because, look, the more they power pressure on Manchester City, Man City will soak the pressure and try to hit them on the break. They are very quick players. There's Semenyo in there. There's Doku in there. There's Haaland who will also run into the box. So at this point, the game is done.
Doku once again, Man City with a chance. Is he going to get a free kick? No, he stays on his feet. And now Man City seem to be in control. But I mean, if Raymond, if this game ends this way with Man City winning, I mean, psychologically, what do you do for the rest of Arsenal season?
Look, you see, if this game ends this way, it will be down to one simple fact. The fact that this Arsenal team doesn't have the experience of playing in cup finals. They haven't played in so many. But you look at this Man City team, and you find players who have the experience at this level. The difference between Man City and Arsenal today has been the fact that some of the players, or most of the players in this City team, have the experience of playing in finals. They've played in finals, they've won. They've played in finals, they've lost. For this Arsenal team, have they been there before? How many times have they been there? Last time we saw Arsenal play in any serious final was in 2020. And so again, you ask this team a lot of questions when it comes to big games like this, and they'll struggle to answer. And that is why Man City have used their experience to actually get 2 quick goals in this game to make everybody believe that yes, indeed, this is Pep Guardiola. And for me, I told you going into this game, Pep Guardiola was definitely going to learn lessons from that Real Madrid game and prepare himself better for this clash. And he's done absolutely that. In the first half, we didn't see City this quick. We didn't see them try to attack. We saw City very toothless in the first half. In the second half, they decided to take the game to Arsenal. And Arsenal clearly have had no answers.
Arsenal have had no answers so far. But whoever, if you ever put a punt on the, I mean, not that kind of punt, but I bet, on the fact that, so Arsenal with a chance. Chukwunonso Madueke strides forward. He looks to go past another former Chelsea player. Madueke, that's what he does best, runs the ball out. But if you ever put a punt on the fact that O'Reilly will score a brace in this game, you probably have won a lot of money. I don't think that was on the cards whatsoever. And you're right, Arsenal fans have stopped eating. The queue at the the queue at the buffet table is
the food is finished. The food is finished.
You know, we the City fans will consume the rest for them. You see, Arsenal fans came to the party. Arsenal fans came to a party with their own food, not knowing what the outcome was going to be. They thought they were coming to play Fulham. They thought they were coming to play Fulham in the finals. This is Manchester City. You have to be the best to win trophies. And if you can't be the best, clearly, you are not a team worthy of winning a quadruple. And Arsenal fans should get that into their ears. The only trophy they'll end up with this season is the EPL. The other two trophies remaining, they can forget it.
So if you're in and around East Legon, there's a lot of food at Starbites.
Please come and eat for Arsenal fans.
Please come and eat.
Come and eat on their behalf.
We are still live on Sport 106.1 FM. We are the voice of sport. Arsenal 0, Man City 2, 70 minutes on the clock. Arsenal need powers of recovery if they are to get anything from this. But Man City have made a bit of a switch. Doku to the right, Semenyo to the left, since Calafiori came on.
Well, it looks like, you know, Calafiori is one player who offensively wants to bump forward, right? That creates some...
But great ball forward for Arsenal. But then again, it will be very, very well won. But what's he doing there? What's Calafiori doing there?
That's what I was talking about. He will bump forward. There will be a lot of space so Doku can exploit. But there's danger when he goes into the box like we just saw. Nobody expected Calafiori there, did you?
Actually, Arsenal need to get one goal. If they get one goal, it leaves this wide open. But I mean, tactically, I mean, what other tweaks would you want to see Arteta do?
Well, it's now time to throw in the sink, right? Go all out, be brave, get the players into the spaces where Man City do not really cover. For example, there's space on the side. So cluster over there, don't lose the ball, and then try and create something. Right now, the energy to create is what Arsenal needs. That's why we needed Eze.
But who else comes on to do this creation?
Max Dorman.
Max Dorman. I mean, Maturi, I mean, he's a very young player, 16 or 17 years old.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If O'Reilly is playing this game and is getting into the spaces that the likes of Kai Havertz and the likes are not getting into, you'd expect him to come on and play. So I think that he should give him that confidence. In the last game when Arsenal needed victory, he brought him on. And within 20 minutes, he made an impact. Why don't you give him that confidence to play?
But Arsenal with a free kick in Declan Rice territory. Pep Guardiola is... but I mean, what happens if Arsenal get a goal here, Cole?
Well, it means that the game is still on, as it still is, 18 minutes left. So I believe that a goal right now would set the game alive, and I'm sure the optimism of Arsenal would rise to the roof.
So let's see if that would happen. We are still live right here at East Legon. Declan Rice stands over this. Very, very good chance. Can they get a goal in? Declan Rice crosses in a header. And James Trafford will hold that easily.
Well, he's an unsung hero. Remember James Trafford, because this game could have had a very different complexion at the start of the game when he saved those balls from Kai Havertz.
But Man City on the ball once again. Bernardo Silva, who's been everywhere as well, goes back and finds Rodri. Rodri goes back to Abdul Kader Kusanov and Nathan Ake on the ball. Arsenal. But let's talk about Victor Gyökeres as well. He's been toothless as well. You've not spoken about him.
Well, I think that if you have players like that, you need to feed them with the ball. It's the same situation with Haaland. But when you don't feed him with the ball, you don't expect him to come into the play and then get anything. Where is that creativity from midfield? The wide areas, how many balls have been sent in for him? very minimal. So I can't blame him enough. It's just a problem with the entire team failing to create and give him an opportunity to attack.
Absolutely. Man City on the attack once again. 73 minutes on the clock. 2 goals to the good. The citizens are now just taking it easy. Trying to give it everything. No changes on that side. 2 changes on Arsenal's side. And Arsenal need to do something. And I mean, Trossard, I see him finally. And Cherky takes him on. It breezes past him like he doesn't exist. But Ryan Cherky, fantastic into the box. Ball goes in. And Arsenal will clear. But I mean, Trossard is still on the pitch.
Well, I believe Trossard should be off, but one reason why he's still being kept is there isn't any special or creative player in the Arsenal ranks right now. Saka has dropped into the middle, Madueke on the right. Only Trossard is the one who has been able to play the 8th role before, right? So I believe that's why he's still being kept. But I won't be surprised if in the next 5 minutes he's hooked off and then Martinelli is brought on.
Absolutely. I mean, you've got Martinelli. And he can take a risk with Max Dorman as well.
Exactly. Martinelli, Dorman, offensive options that bring something different. One direct, the other creative. So I believe Arsenal still have something to throw into the game.
But Raymond, I mean, I'm looking at the player ratings. And Bukayo Saka is rated 5.5.
I think
Gyökeres is rated 5.2.
But it's very obvious that in this game, Gyökeres started the game very well. Along the line, he just fizzled out. For Bukayo Saka, if a lot of good things should happen for this Arsenal team, a lot of it will have to go through Saka. When Saka has a very bad game for Arsenal, without Eze, Arsenal will definitely struggle.
So ball goes forward once again. Can Arsenal get one in? Ball goes into the box, and Man City will clear. And it's Haaland who would knock that over again. And Arsenal on the offensive. Can they get that decisive goal? Man City looking disciplined. Arsenal pinging the ball around. Chukwunonso Madueke on the right. Looks to take on Nico O'Reilly. Madueke strikes in. But then again, Madueke, that's what Madueke does best. Raymond.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of energy about him. End product always suspect. Taking the most important decisions always suspect from on the part of Madueke. And I won't be surprised if that 35-man squad Tuchel has put out, Madueke will be one of the players that is cut out. Because clearly, even at Chelsea, we saw him. He's never really that player. A very, very consistently inconsistent player. And I'm actually surprised that he's been brought on to actually make a change in this one. He's not really had the impact you would expect him to have on the game. But like I said, Kosi, if you look at this Arsenal team, at this point, they look like they themselves have lost hope. They themselves know that it's a tall order coming back from 2 goals down against Manchester City. And it's just a matter of City just seeing out this game and taking the trophy home.
So 2 Brazilians on the touchline. Savinho and Martinelli. Max Dorman as well. Habro Jesus, one we've not spoken about too much. I mean, he could come on and do a job against his former team as well. Cole.
Yeah, I believe that strongly those options you mentioned, can have an impact in this game. The only thing is, when are they going to be introduced and how will the impact come? Max Dorman can take players on, and I believe of all the substitutes Arsenal can master, he is the more dangerous one. We saw it against Everton.
So great ball forward. It is headed back. Can Arsenal get a goal? Calafiori, he shoots, and that's close. Great shot from Calafiori. Just slips past the post. And Arsenal are looking to keep fighting. But I mean, great ball from Calafiori.
Fantastic incursion, and endeavor and enterprise from the left back. He hit the upright as well. So that tells you there's a reason why Arteta brought him on, apart from Hinkapie's yellow card.
And Trossard had an opportunity to knock that in. It just went past his foot. If he had gotten a touch, that probably would have been a goal. And Arteta knows it.
Exactly. And that would have increased the optimism in the Arsenal camp. But it's been positive, the introduction of especially Calafiori. And I'm sure that as the game wears on, City must find a way to stop the offensive threat that Arsenal have introduced in this game.
Absolutely. Declan Rice doing a yeoman's job in the middle of the park. 78 minutes on the clock. Man City 2, Arsenal 0. Nico O'Reilly on the roll. And 2 goals for the citizens. Now the Arsenal fans have become philosophers. They are giving us tactical analysis as to why the goals came and why they didn't come. They were confident before the game. What's happening? Arsenal fans have now become Aristotle.
Well, I think they have every cause to complain, especially from a manager who makes decisions that affects the team. At any point in time, maybe you may say Havertz let the team down by not converting that opening opportunity. But in the second half, Arteta should have been able to realize that Trossard, Havertz were useless in the first half, and he could have made changes to actually open up the game, give Arsenal some life on the flanks and in central areas. But he didn't do that, and that has actually cost, the Gunners. Yeah,
absolutely. That has caused the Gunners. Man City with the ball in the middle. Jeremy Doku comes up against Ben White. Doku looks to go past this man. He does so beautifully. And Man City are making Doku look like prime Rivaldo in this particular game. And it goes to the right. Matheus Nunes has looked like Roberto Carlos. But Arsenal with the ball. Calafiori strides forward. Arsenal, can they get it in? Man City win it. They are looking for a free kick. Referee says no. Erling Haaland. Ball goes to the right. Ryan Cherki. He will dilly-dally on it. 79 minutes on the clock. Can Arsenal get anything from this? And now, Raymond, it looks like Man City are just managing the game.
Yeah, it's just game management. That's what the best coaches in the world do. And who is the coach for Manchester City? Pep Guardiola. He knows how to do this. He's played in so many finals. He's won so many finals. He's lost so many finals as well. But what he knows how to do best is how to get his team to go in there when the odds are against them to do a good job. And that's what they've done in this game. City haven't been so exciting. They haven't been swashbuckling. But they've done what matters most in the game, put the ball at the back of the net. And this is what you get from an experienced manager. And this is what you get from a team that is very, very experienced. Last time they played in the cup final, they lost to Crystal Palace. I'm sure Pep Guardiola again learned lots of lessons from there and just told these boys to go out there and make sure they don't lose another final. That's exactly what they've come to do on the pitch today.
Arsenal have 10 minutes to get something out of this. But now Man City are playing keep ball. Charlie Vimde.
It's not over until it's over. Remember, in the Community Shield, Man City were leading. It took a Trossard deflection. All Arsenal needs to do right now is to get a goal. It's not the first time someone would come back from 2 goals with less than 10 minutes. It's not the first time.
But Arsenal are getting men forward, pressing very, very hard. But Raymond,
you see, it is this arrogance of Arsenal supporters I don't like. You can see clearly you are not playing anything in the game. You say you equalize from 2 down. This is the arrogance of Arsenal fans I don't like. Arsenal fans are always like this. You can see clearly in this game, you've not done anything in the game. You've not done anything in the game. For 80 minutes, you've not done anything in the game. You've not put the ball at the back of the net. You are telling me with 10 minutes to go, you can score 2.
What did Manchester
You can score 2. You can score 2. You can score 2.
But
forget
Arsenal
about the game.
Have done something very bold. They've taken on Ben White and Trossard, and they've brought on Gabriel Jesus and Martinelli. Raymond, what does this show? They've taken off a defender.
Yes.
And they've brought on a winger and a striker.
They would go for broke. Arsenal will go for broke at this point. Now, what it does to Manchester City is Man City will have less men to deal with at the back. So, before you realize, Man City would have scored a third, and then Arsenal will still be chasing that one goal, that one consolation goal. This game is going to end 3-1. Arsenal will find a goal when City score their third. But as for the trophy, there's no way Arsenal are going home with this trophy. This game will be wrapped up in 90 minutes. No extra time, no 2-2, no 2-1. It's going to end 3-1. Arsenal fans.
There's a lot.
If you have him, come inside and come and watch. If you have him, come inside and come and watch. You don't have the heart. Come, bro. Come and watch.
We are still live right here.
Don't give up. 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 Don't give up.
The drama is heightening. 7 minutes to go, Raymond.
Yeah. I think for Man City have done the most important thing in the game. Score 2 crucial goals. Now, after scoring these 2 goals, what they need to do is to protect their goals. Now, if Arsenal go all guns blazing, throw the kitchen sink at Manchester City, they know there will be spaces there for them to exploit. They have quality players who can exploit. And so, it's almost looking like Arsenal at this point are stuck. Should we go forward? Should we push all our men forward, try to look for a goal, and try to come back into this game? If they do that, Man City will find pockets of spaces to exploit. So, at this point, it's almost like checkmate. City have done the most important thing, and they've actually found a way to make sure Arsenal don't lay hands on this trophy. That's the most important thing, and they've done the most important business on the day.
Jeremy Doku on the wings once again. He launches one back to Nico O'Reilly, who's surely going to the World Cup. Nico O'Reilly versus Abdul Fattah Ishaku. Raymond, how do you see that playing out?
Should be an interesting one. I think that, Fattah Ishaku, one of those players, very inconsistent, flashes of brilliance here and there. But Nico O'Reilly, looking at what he's done in this game today, well, if he gets to start, always a very tough customer. Again, he's proven that he's a goal outlet as well. So Tuchel will be excited watching him.
You probably even come up against him, you never know.
Yeah, absolutely.
6 minutes on the clock left. And Arsenal fans seem to have given up.
You see,
Arsenal fans, give them they were optimistic. Now they are saying I should get away.
Arsenal fans came into this game thinking that because Real Madrid had punished Manchester City, and because Man City haven't really had a good season, and they had a better season than Man City, they were going to get the job done. Forgetting that this Man City team has a lot of experience in their fold. They have lots of players who on their day can be very clinical and get the job done. Arsenal got their moments, they missed it. One City got their moment, they found their moments, they punished them. That's the most important thing in football games. If you get your chances, you take them. If you don't take them, you never win games.
And rightly so, this game has been a game of moments, right? And the moments, as Raymond said, that Man City had, they have taken. Remember, one was an error, they took it, right? The second goal also came. But we are getting to the dying moments of the game. And let's see what can come out of it.
Let's see what would come out of it. And 5 minutes, Calvin. You seem to have lost hope.
Well, I think the game is done. Just when City managed to score the second goal, that was it. Because Arsenal is not having any threat. And like I said, I don't see any way you think Bukayo Saka should be your best number 10 at this moment to open up spaces. Even on the flanks, he's struggling this season. It's been clear. He doesn't create enough. So how then, as a coach, do you keep someone on in that position for 20 minutes to do exactly what?
But
so I think he just gave the game away, and Pep has just used, his experience to win this game.
Arsenal looking for an opportunity. And look, everybody from Man City is back. Everybody's defending. Can Arsenal do something? They've got 4 minutes to do so. One goal will spark it all up. Ball on the edge once again. And it's won by Doku. And Ryan Check, he will hold the ball. Look to slow things down. But he's robbed of it once again. Man City, can they keep Arsenal at bay? Ball on the edge of the box. But it's won once again by Rodri. And Arsenal we won the ball again. Man City are shooting themselves in the foot. And Matheus Nunes would get a throw in. But Raymond, Man City seem to be wearing a cloak of a certain level of carelessness going into the end of the game.
Well, I think that they've been rock solid for close to 86 minutes. Of course, tired legs will get in. Rodri, at this point, we all know, coming back from injury, he's never been the same. But I think that this has been one of his best games coming back from injury. And so, a bit of tired legs in that Man City fold, and a bit of fatigue here and there. So that is to be expected. But I think that they know they've done their job, and they know they have just a few more minutes to see this out.
Cross goes in. Can they get a header? And it's off the post. Can Arsenal get a goal? Man City give it everything. Referee says nothing in it, and Man City will clear. And Arsenal thought they had a goal, but they are fighting till the end. Cole.
That should be the ethos of any team that gets to the final. It's happened before, though the hope will be waning. You don't stop until the final whistle, and that's what a team that is seeking to get to the topmost level must do.
A ball to Saka once again on the edge. Can he find a shot? No, he can't. And it's blocked by Man City. And Doku will look to go out with this. Man City with a lot of men back. And it's a long one forward looking for Antoine Semenyo. Finds him. Is he going to go forward or is he going to hold on to it? But Man City have not made any substitutions. Raymond, Pep Guardiola has done this with just 11 men.
Yeah, I think for Pep, he got his players to conserve a lot of energy in that first half. Because in that first half, we didn't see City bomb forward so much. They tried as much as possible to control the game. They did the business in the first half. In the second half, they decided to go all guns blazing. And I think that tactically, his players have stuck to the plan. And he hasn't had reason to alter the squad, and that's why we've seen the same group of players.
Man City with another chance. Ryan Cherky on the edge of the box. Can he float another cross in? He is playing with the Arsenal defenders, toying with them in their own box. Ryan Cherky, oh my God. And they're crossing to the box, and it doesn't get to any head. And Arsenal will clear. I mean, but Ryan Cherky, what a player. Skillful. And Nathan Ake will go all the way back to Abdul Kader Kusanov. Surely game over now, Paul.
Well, let's see what would be added on. But remember, you were talking about Guardiola not substituting any player. I think he's learned his lessons. Manchester City's impact in games when they bring on substitutes have been poor. In fact, they are at the bottom of that
Doku on the attack once again. Ball on the edge. He shoots, and that's close. Doku almost with a third. Almost with a third. And that would have slammed the coffin shut on Arsenal. Yes, carry on, Paul.
That would have shut the door of any glimmer of hope over there. But look, this was very, very close.
It was a looping header, and it was from the substitute, Gabriel Jesus. I mean, should we have even looked to start Gabriel Jesus instead of perhaps a Kai Havertz?
Well, not even starting Gabriel Jesus, but I don't see how you start Gyökeres and then you start Kai Havertz in a game. Who's going to create for the other? There's virtually no space for you. You know, Eberechi as Martin Odegaard have been your creative spark. In the absence of the two, who creates spaces for you? Who creates it? Max Doman should have just been on. You get it? And I think that he's let Arsenal down. And once again, he cements my position why I think with him, Arsenal is not going to win laurels. I always say
he's almost won the league.
There are managers to build teams up to a certain level. And there are managers who are born winners. Manuel Pellegrini managed to build this team. Even Mark Hughes. Mark Hughes built the City team to a certain level. Pellegrini took over, won the league. City needed to go the next level. Who do they bring into the team?
Guardiola.
They scanned and they thought that the best person is Pep Guardiola. And Guardiola has won them lots of laurels. You get it? You can't stay in a team like Arsenal. And especially when you are given total control and to get less, results or laurels for the team. And I think Pep has done a wonderful job.
Fantastic. Pep has done a wonderful job. But then again, a long ball forward now. Can Erling Haaland stride forward? Kepa will slam that out. Arsenal have 3 minutes to get 2 goals. Do they have what it takes to do? But while we're talking, it was Foden who came on to replace Ryan Cherky. And that sums up the game. Raymond, Arsenal, they just pack up and go.
This is where, again, Arsenal's inexperience have shown. Once they considered that first goal, it looked like they didn't know what to do. And it didn't take Man City too much time to control the game and get that second goal. A lot of inexperience, again, on the part of Arsenal. And I'm not surprised they've bottled yet another final. And, it's been the theme of their season. In games that you expect Arsenal to do well, Arsenal find a way to disappoint. And in games that you don't expect Arsenal to do well, they go out there and perform. It's been the theme of their season. But if any team is up against Arsenal in any cup match, they know exactly what to do. They know exactly how to get the job done against Arsenal. And Arsenal have just been Arsenal, just like we've known them over the past few seasons.
And Arsenal, it looks like it's surely over now. They couldn't go that step further, but Madueke, ever since this came on, has been utterly useless. Cross goes in. Can Arsenal get a goal? And Man City are not even going to let them get a consolation in this one. Just almost 1 minute till the game ends. And Arsenal with the ball once again. Gabriel Megalesh. He is tagged back once again. And Man City seem to have gone across the line. Echo.
Yes, it looks like they've done that. And so much credit to Pep Guardiola, a coach who always learns, who always retools his kit and his armory. I saw signs of this when he went to the Emirates.
Arsenal with a chance. But no. Absolutely no. And Jeremy Doku would go for it as much as he can. And he is now going to look to hold the ball. Finds a pass in Phil Foden. Back to Nathan Ake. And Nathan Ake and Kusanov have been brilliant.
Exactly. They were chastised that they are not the best centre-back pairing. But so far, they did what was necessary. And they've been able to carry the day.
So the name is already being written on the trophy. Raymond, the name is already being written on the trophy. They don't even blow the whistle, but the name is being written.
No, but you see,
what's happening?
Arsenal fans must have consolation. It is better to lose the Carabao Cup, learn from it, and still have the chance. Okay, in the Premier League, in the FA Cup, and in the Champions League as well.
Surely the final whistle should go any moment from now. And Arsenal fans were ecstatic at the beginning. And now it is a bit quiet over here. And the final whistle has gone. And Manchester City are Carabao Cup champions 2026. And Kobe Perry, let's get across and speak to some of the Arsenal fans.
Because see, unfortunately, most of them have run away. They've escaped. They've escaped. Oh, if not for anything, the young ones, we need to save the young ones. Please find a better team. Change your mind early. You are so young. You are so young. You are so young. Please change your mind early. Change your mind early. You are so young. You are so young, please. Hello, sir. What is going on, sir? Hello. Oh, no, I want some thoughts from you, sir. What is going on? Why are you so disappointed in this win?
I mean, this game is a game we deserve to win. You know how the Carabao Cup have been significant amongst the coaches that have coached the Premier League. You know, if we had won this game, it's a big boost because our next two Premier League games, we are playing City. Win this, change their psychology or change what they think. I mean, we just boost. I don't know why we needed to lose this game. In fact, I don't know what to say. Like, I'm so mad right now.
Oh, it's all set, sir. What are your thoughts? Why another failure from Arteta? Why?
No, I won't call this a failure, at least because it's a team that is fighting for 4 trophies. And till this point, nothing matters than the win, when we played well or not. But looking at this Carabao trophy, for what pains me as an Arsenal fan is, for 33 years we've not won this trophy, and we've gotten opportunity to win a trophy, and it hurts that we lost the final. But it's still young in the season where we have the league to win. It's in our hands to win the Premier League. So in as much as that it hurts on this day, I think the boys will take that pain, not because of losing the final, but again losing to Manchester City, that for the 2 seasons that they've actually worried Arsenal not to win the league. Losing to Manchester City at this point, at least give them a hope that they can at least close up the gap in the Premier League. But it also give Arsenal the strength to push towards the Premier League. It's today that we will actually harrow in pain, but the league is still Arsenal's to lose.
What do you think went wrong?
Yeah, I think the first half we got chances, and the substitution were late, and also in the midfield we were actually light in the midfield. Even though that Declan Rice and Zubimendi were doing the work, we were light in the midfield because each time we get the second balls, we're not able to carry on. At least if Eze were playing, when we get the second balls, Ali would have counter press and then hit City on the counter. Also, the substitutions were good, but it was late.
It was late. Never too late, but it was late for Arsenal today. At this point in time, sir, a lot of hopes, a lot of faith, a lot of aspirations, but it didn't went too well. What are your thoughts?
It's actually a sad one. We expected better from the team. The team didn't show up when we needed. I actually think we not having a proper creator in the game actually cost us. And the way we started the second half didn't really help us. Sitting back, expecting to catch City on the counter was a very bad tactic we employed in the second half. Well, it's a lesson for our main match with them in the Premier League. We have to learn from that and punish them at the Etihad. That's the only thing I can say for now.
What does this do to Arsenal's season? Especially when you're hoping for the quadruple. This is taking one out of the Arsenal. You have 3 more. What does this do to your campaign? And how are the boys supposed to come back from this?
Thankfully, we have an international break. Most of our players, some of our key players, Rice, for instance, is going to be rested. It's not going for an international break. I don't think this should really get to them. It's actually supposed to make them have a proper resolve that the other 3 caps are up for run. We are not out of it. If we're able to get to this side, to the final, we'll be able to win the others. It's not lost. We will not go trophyless. That's the only thing. The only thing I'm hopeful for is that we are not going trophyless. So yeah.
We will not go trophyless. Those are the hopes for Arsenal fans. They still believe that they're not going trophyless. A lot of explanations here at the Starbites East Legon, Jungle Avenue Road. A lot of explanations. A lot of explanation from the Arsenal fans. Please, I have one Starbite. Employee here. He's a city boy, right? Against agenda. Charlie, how do you feel, bros?
They not reach.
They not reach.
They not reach.
They not reach.
See this nigga here. I'm a talk and say.
You're drinking tears.
I can't say if Arsenal score 1 goal, save, I go shun this work.
Charlie.
You don't believe.
Someone put his job on the line. He said even if Arsenal scores a goal, he will stop his work. And yes, it came to the end. Sir, I know you're not in the best of spirits, but I'd still like to talk to you, sir. What do you think went wrong in this game?
I think from the selection and everything was wrong. Because in this game, from what I saw, the only way we would have won is to have scored from a set piece and then defend and then hit on the break. But it didn't work. Hinkapie is not a bad player, but he doesn't help in the build-up when we are building up. Zubimendi is not a bad player, but he doesn't help in the build-up. We don't have a defensive midfielder who breaks the press easily, like we used to have, like Thomas Partey, Jogi. Zubimendi is not that kind of player. And if you followed us now for a while, about from 3 seasons ago, we were playing 4-3-3 with Rice on the left central midfield, Eze on the right, and Partey in the middle. Because Zubimendi cannot do that task alone. So this season we had to switch back to 4-2-3-1. And this game, he should have started Calafiori so that he would have invented and helped Zubimendi during the build-up. Then Rice can have the chance to go forward. Because City were not pressing intensively. They just left 4 men against our 4 defenders. And we had to go long. And when we go long, they won all the area balls. So that was the issue. Our wingers rarely had one-on-one chance with their defenders. And Saka had one-on-one with Aurelia about 4 or 5 times. Meanwhile, Doku had one-on-one against White.
Almost 11 times, yes.
See, and football is about probability. The more you keep playing, the more you create
confidence.
That's it. So that's what killed us. I don't think if we want to win something, I think we need to bench Hinkapie, and then Calafiori comes in. So I'm sure we will win the league.
Sir, I just saw something happen. Hello, sir. Please don't move out. Please. I know how you were looking when you came here. You were in an Arsenal jersey. I saw how you were looking when you came here. You were in an Arsenal jersey. Please, where's your Arsenal jersey, sir? Please, you cannot do this to your team. Please, this is Gamel.
He just came here.
Gamel, I know you so well. You came here in an Arsenal jersey. All of a sudden, you look new. You look like you just came here, sir. Where's your Arsenal jersey? Why do you forsake your team, sir?
There's one guy who looks like me.
There's a guy who looks like you.
Yeah, so people said I'm the one, but I just came. Yeah.
You just took off your jersey?
No, he wore a jersey. He's outside. I just came in.
Oh, Gamel, why would you do this to your team?
Oh, I just came.
You just came with a sweat. I've had conversations with you, Gamel.
Oh, that guy looks like me.
You are denying your team in time of need.
No, I just came in.
In time of need, you are denying your team. You are forsaking your team.
No, I just came in.
Oh, it's sad. It's sad. It's the Carabao Cup final. City have done a number over Arsenal. The master has done one over the apprentice in the final yet again. It's quite unbelievable. I just want to talk to Kelvin Owusu-Ansah because I spoke to him earlier before the game. He's one of the staunch Arsenal fans in Ghana and beyond. But I want to ask him one particular question because I know the love he has for Eze. How much did you miss Eze in this particular final, Kelvin Owusu-Ansah?
Well, lots. I think it was clearly evident in Arsenal's play. He's been a creative spark. You'd expect that maybe Martin Odegaard steps in to become, the other creative element in the team, but he was also unavailable. So with that as a coach, fine, you play Kai Havertz, who is a bit more creative and he can get you goals. But after 45 minutes where he's lethargic, he's not giving it, he's missing glorious opportunities, what do? Bring on a player who in the last 2 games made sure that he won the game for you and actually helped you stretch your points in the Premier League title race. Max Doman. You cannot tell me that gentleman cannot play 45 minutes of football here or even 35 or 30 minutes of football. Arteta just gave the game away. And I think that Pep Guardiola just banked on his experience, banked on how, slow Mikel Arteta is to just win this particular title for Manchester City. He's won it before. He knew exactly what he had to do, and he just worked to perfection and delivered, the perfect, result of this game. City have just won it brilliantly, tactically, mentally. They were up for this game better than Arsenal were, and I don't give any credit to any other person than Pep Guardiola. Arteta has to take responsibility for this loss. Many are saying and Kepa and all that, but who made the decision to keep Kepa in the post? It's Mikel Arteta. So I think that Arsenal just disappointed once again on a big night, and it's actually crazy how they failed to deliver. So hopefully, maybe this will not down their spirits. But what this does to City is it gives them that laxity going into the international window. They can have lots of rest. Mentally, they come into the rest of the season pumped up. They only have the FA Cup and the league title to fight for. Arsenal still in the Champions League, which means you have 3 different eyes, 3 different trophies. You have the same players year in, year out, and Pep would have an edge. 7 more games to play. He has 8 more to play, and he knows that he can quickly get over the line. You can win some league games with this, but in cup games, you should be a bit more adventurous and ruthless, which Mikel Arteta failed to do, and Arsenal has lost it. So I think, yes, Pep has done his best, and he's managed to do it on a grand style. He's clearly showing the world that even in his worst season, he's managed to clinch a trophy, and that is the mark of a good manager.
That is the mark of a good manager. Kelvin Owusu answer with the words. Unfortunately, for me, I would have to hand you a stone again. This is the second time in a day that your words have come true. You said, in as much as you are thankful for Arteta being at Arsenal for 6 years, you just don't think he's good enough.
Someone disagreed with me just here, right? I know Arteta. We've watched football for far too long. We may not be as great tacticians as they are, but when we watch football and you see a team that can crumble under pressure, a team that can be made nonsense of by top managers, you see it. It's the reason why I have been speaking against, keeping Arteta. He's done his job. He's gotten to a certain limit. Take him off. Bring world-class match win, game winners. And I think that hopefully, I don't know, they may be thinking through. If Bukayo Saka is taking 400K a week and is not being able to influence your games, it's useless. You cannot keep doing the same things all over and all over again. Why was Saka in the number 10 role? Is he your most creative spark? No. Where is he comfortable playing? On the flanks. And if you cannot beat Nico O'Reilly, then what is the sense in taking the 400K? It was just useless. You can break. Give me an Anthony Gordon in this game and it will deliver. Yeah.
Why? Realistic, wise words from Kelvin Owusu, a staunch Arsenal fan. Unfortunately, it's just gloom, all gloom here for the Arsenal fans at Starbites, Django Road Avenue. That's the location. They had a buffet, and there's still a lot of food. They had a buffet. They wanted to enjoy themselves after their winning party, and there's still a lot of food here at Starbites, Jungle Avenue Road. There's still a lot of food here. The Arsenal fans are in delirium. They are sad. They cannot eat. Those who were wise enough after the first half, when they saw things were going bad, they immediately came to eat fast enough to save themselves from the humiliation. Unfortunately, those who still had hope, they say it is the hope that kills. Yes, and still we're here, the voice of sports, Ghana and beyond, Sporty FM 106.1 here in Accra. And we're still here at Starbites, Django Road Avenue. And that's where we come through. There's still a lot of buzz here. We are here with Mr. Henry Saki, the manager for East Legon branch, Starbites. Sir, please, what do you have for us?
So we didn't really get what we wanted. Like we said, the the owner of the place is an Arsenal fan, and so we would have wished that we won. But any which ways, the best thing got the best of the day. So thank you guys for coming. Thank you for the patronage. We wish that next time we'll see you guys here again. Thank you so much.
Thank you too.
Well, so Chief, what makes this place so special that you want every single person to come here? What are the goodies that people don't know that you would want us to know, so that people will troop in here every now and then to come, patronize your service?
So for Starbites, every day is a special day. We tailor our menu for the everyday Ghanaian. Whatever you want, you can get at Starbite, from family meals to special meals to individual meals, and they are quite affordable. And so whatever that you want, from pastries to desserts to main meals, everything we serve here at Starbite, especially at the East Legon branch, we give you also the best of service.
What other services do you provide aside just here, so that maybe people will know? Do you provide any other services, off, your venue, so that people who don't know would just get to know and come patronize the service?
Sure. So we also cater for outside catering. And so if you have any events, if you have any get-together that you want us to take care of, we are available to do that for you. And also, aside the main restaurant, we have the takeaway, the food to go. We have the expresses that has a bit lower prices, and then they are just grab and go. We have one on the Jowlu Road. We have one on the Butchie Road. And then this is, of course, the mother branch, and that's where you are right now.
Any contact so that we'll be able, anyone listening, Sporty 106.1 FM and across, yes, I would allow you that opportunity. So this has been the live viewing party together with Arsenal Supporters Club Ghana here at Starbites, yes, East Legon branch on the Jungle Road, Jungle Avenue, yes, Jungle Avenue, yes, that is the branch. Starbites East Legon, yes, it's not difficult to locate it. You just put in Starbites, you see Jungle Avenue, then you just follow the map, and the route will just across the American, yes, International School. They are just send them. So just make sure next to it you have opportunity to get in here. Fresh juices, all other things, whether hard liquor, fresh juice. You can bring the kids in here, come and enjoy some very good one. We saw some kids having very good time, wonderful time. But quickly let us know your contact so that anyone listening would get to patronize your services.
So it's 020-2266-201 or 020-2266-200. 020-2266-201. 020-2266-200.
Well, thank you so much. And that is the manager here at Starbites East Legon branch. We'll be calling it a wrap. Yes, it's been an exciting time here with the official Arsenal Supporters Club Ghana and Sporty 106.1 FM, as well as Starbites. Yes, our host here at East Legon, Jungle Avenue Road. Yes, making sure we had a very good time. They are just across the American International School, and we had a very good time. It was an exciting time. Manchester City, our Carabao Cup 2026 winners. They defeated Arsenal by 2-0, courtesy and Nico O'Reilly brace. But let's not forget that earlier it was Aston Villa defeating West Ham United 2-0, and Tottenham losing 3-0 to Nottingham Forest at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. My name is Kelvin Ouswanta. Together with Eustace Niakwe and Kosif Yaka, we hosted with support from Raymond Nyamado and the rest of the team. Immortal Kwame Jakwe Chapon, the lead producer with Sergio Manucho, Rita Dubiakodom, Flyboy Nima, making sure that our socials were exciting. Moses Yalfo Sulabi, Douglas, yes, together with Biggie, making sure the engineering work was top. Winston Michaels and then Nana Kwame Labi, all here. And to the rest of the team, yes, to Perry, and then, yeah, everyone in here. Yes, my camera guy, he's just been one of the best men that I have here. Thank you so much. It's a wrap. Have you with some goodies on the Sporty Breakfast Show, hosted by Nathan Kwao and Raymond Nyamado. Have